Where's the yellow button? Oh, it's like.
Feels like we are on a game show, huh?
We are live.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wrestling Guys Store. Let's give it up for Ed Alexander, our company also with Lucha Thunder Rosa.
The only one in California. The only luchador in California. Oh my God.
Bart, accompanied by Raze. And also beside the Raze, we have Oscar. Not gonna hold out, but Oscar, we do have a person. And now, let's give it up for the host of the Wrestling Guys for Mr. Dan Gomez. Thank you.
Yeah.
All the shows I've posted, how did I get intro?
Yeah, man.
Those $5 came in handy.
Right?
Oh, God.
Damn.
Anyway.
We had a special effects now, like. We
had a special effects.
upgraded.
You see? We had you on one show, and look, we got all the budget. We need pyro now.
Damn.
We need pyro now.
We need pyro.
Bart, you should get like Goldberg and shit.
Is this Let's Make a Dope Deal? No?
Pretty much, no.
Oh,
Anyway, before we start off right here, I want to welcome all you guys to the podcast. And,
This is a podcast.
yay.
Let's make sure.
Both.
So what I win?
You can win a prize.
Okay.
Yes.
you could win fucking Scooby-Doo.
I've grown up already. Come on, man.
It has WWE, dude.
Look at it. You can win Raze's teddy bear.
You cannot win my.
Why
She will
should-
kick your ass. You don't even know.
What does she have there?
Fine.
If I wanted to ask you a question or I wanted you to talk, she would have said something.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, well, at least I'm not, you know.
You're in big trouble
Let's
today.
just speak.
Yeah, I am in big trouble today. Like, apparently I beat little kids for a living. Like, that's what it was said. Yeah. Things thinking out of context, but that's okay. That's okay. That's not true.
Well, anyways, before we start, let me do some
video footage?
introductions here.
Japan.
Just want to remind everybody this Saturday, the 27th, we got Justin Roberts will be here at the store for a wrestling discussion Q&A.
Who?
Justin Roberts, former WWE ring announcer.
Oh,
Just
how long was he there?
About 12 years.
12 years?
12 years. He was the ECW, Raw, and SmackDown ring announcer.
There you go.
Is he coming?
He'll be here. August 27th, 3 to 5 p.m. And then, let everybody know, the Wrestling Guy Store will be at the Long Beach Comic Con, September 17th and 18th. So make sure you guys get your tickets at longbeachcomiccon.com. And then we have some new stuff in store. We have the new $5 shirts. Who had unfortunately had to get the title? That's my luck, man. Every time I buy some new merch.
Man.
We have the new Enzo and Cass Bada Boom t-shirt. And we have the WWE board games. So there you go.
Board games.
And,
Board games.
yeah.
Board game.
Scrabble?
Who moves our game?
I don't know.
There are board games here, so you come and get them.
down there.
Oh, the Superstar Showdown.
Oscar,
Alright.
if you don't mind.
We're,
Alright, I'll go get
we're
it.
going to play that next, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
As soon as the show's over.
Is there like a strip version of it?
But we don't want to invite Ed, because he promised somebody tacos and he didn't bring them.
What is
Yeah,
that?
you in case anybody wants to
There you
pair.
go. WWE Superstar Showdown.
Right back in there. Oh,
Beautiful
yeah.
bottle right here.
Feed me more.
He made it. He made it.
And we have and for those that still interested, Melina's still doing her 2K. She's her mile walk for cancer, and so we're taking donations here at the store. So there we go.
For the tits, right?
Yes, saving breast cancer.
Speaking of donations, isn't there something else? Oh, he's shy. All right.
Yeah,
We'll do it later.
we'll do it later.
We need a promotion?
Oh, shit.
Whoa,
We need donations?
Ed,
For the-
Donations? Oh, you're going to give me a donation? How much you got?
I had $1.
What the fuck is a
I
dollar?
already
to
paid
buy
child
me?
support. Now I gotta support a wolf for.
Is that our problem?
There you go.
I
I'll
know.
give you a button.
That's what it's budget
I should have just done anal.
Oh, my God.
What? Anyway,
Oh, Lord.
before we get started, let me talk to Raze real quick. Now, Raze, you have a show. I know I wrote you have a show. You're on a show tomorrow, which is just starting up, which is Go Go Lucha, and that's being brought to you by Eli. Right?
Yeah.
He's the
Santino Brothers and Lucha.
Santino Bros.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little more about the show and who you're wrestling that day?
It's Santino Brothers and Lucifer, which are the touring wrestlers that went with Lucifer. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Is that the band thing?
Yeah, the
Oh,
band.
okay.
Lucifer and Santino Brothers are bringing Go Go Lucha to Santa Ana at the Yost Theater tomorrow at 8 p.m. There's a lot of good matches going on.
They have booze.
There's
Oh yeah, they got a full bar.
It's a really nice venue. I know me personally, I will be wrestling the King of Dong style, Mr. Joey Ryan.
Oh, great. Uh-oh.
With these hands.
Somebody's gonna get some action tomorrow.
Someone's touching
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit, what?
So you're gonna have your hands full tomorrow?
What?
I'm gonna have my hands full.
Is there a little problem here between you two?
Yeah.
I tense a little. Is this? Can
And-
you guys sit here okay? We need to
I'm
separate.
good.
I'm
She
gonna-
has
where's
to
my
have
hat
like
to?
little teddy bear.
Is this why you're sitting in the middle?
No comment.
So the more you're wrestling Joey Ryan, is this the first time you take on Joey?
Yeah.
I thought this was a
ring!
I thought the podcast was over, man.
In the ring! In the ring! Right, you're gonna wrestle.
That much
Is this the first time you're gonna wrestle Joey Ryan in the ring?
Well, this is my first time I'm going singles against Joey Ryan in the ring. So, there was a time at Freak Show where I was in the ring with him, and yeah, that was. I mean, but it was like a 3-on-3, so
So
a lot of people.
either bootplex, or you're gonna have to.
No, she's not. She's grabbing that thing.
You're totally grabbing that.
I hope your hand doesn't.
I kind of feel a little like it's unfair because that's kind of 2 against 1, right? Because you're not just going against Joey Ryan, you're going against Joey Ryan's penis. That's 2 on 1. That's not fair.
And then the show tomorrow at 7.
So it's a three-way or what?
It's at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. at the Yost Theater in Santa Ana.
Good spot.
Now who else is on the card? It's
Adrian Quest versus Eli, that's gonna be a good match.
Yes.
So they're both short and skinny.
Heather.
Is that why it's gonna be a good
Wow.
match?
Yeah.
Is that how you would book? Just
No.
book
Oh
it?
yeah,
Technical.
I actually told them do Adrian Quest versus you, and he did it.
Adrian Quest is really good.
I told them do Raze versus Joey, and he did
talented.
it. So I guess in a way.
I'll be
So what
back.
you're saying is that you booked Go Go Lucha.
I called it.
Why did you want to see Raze against Joey Ryan?
Why wouldn't I?
I'm saying, like, if I
He wants
push
to
the
go
show for
viral.
tomorrow, what's
He wants
the
to go
main thing about
viral.
that match tomorrow?
There's boost tomorrow. That's
Besides the
what
booth, I'm saying about that match. Sell the match for tomorrow.
She's gonna grab. I want to see that.
Why don't? It sounds like you just want to grab it. So why don't you just go
I
out?
already got the
you're
lollipop.
really,
I already got the
you seem
lollipop.
really obsessed with Joey Ryan's junk. Why don't you just?
He
go get a
got
handful?
the lollipop. He wants the real lollipop.
Yeah,
I know.
the real deal.
Yum.
See, the real deal.
What if I get the superpowers? I get the hairy chest.
Anyways, I'll be there too. I'll be selling merchandise and AWS tickets for my event. If anyone wants to come over and get a flyer or buy a ticket, I'll
Yep.
be there.
Can I say
Now
hi
you
to?
sell merch too, right? Besides
That's what I just said,
I'm
dumbass.
saying, but what kind of merch are you selling?
I'll be selling.
Yeah, you see?
What?
No, no, the merch.
I just said I'll be there selling merchandise.
Well, what kind of merch?
AWS merchandise.
Yeah.
Have him sell your shit.
You never know.
I'll be selling my shit.
Give me a few things.
Do you still have?
And don't forget your flyers this time.
Don't forget my flyer.
But no, I'm not going to set up too much stuff because I've sold there before and they were limited on space and I really didn't like the way they had it set up. But I will take flyers and some AWS DVDs and a few little things.
Buttons. You got buttons.
I
now.
got buttons.
Because you both know
Bottle openers.
You have
Bottle openers for Ed's beer.
What makes this show? It's in the middle of the week. It's on a Wednesday. Is it harder to sell a show on a Wednesday?
I have no idea. I feel like out here in California it's hit and miss because I did the Midget Mania tour down here in Southern California and like some of them were like totally packed. I think like on a Thursday there was like the over 2,000 people in the Riverside one, but then we did one on like a Wednesday at a bar and it was like 200 people. So like you go from like 2,000 to 200. It's
I think it really just depends on the venue and how well they promoted it. Because if the promoter himself only promoted it, it's a little limited. But when those big venues, they have a wider range of audience they can get to. Like in Riverside, the one she was talking about, when I walked out of the show, I didn't even see it before I got there. When I walked out of the show, there was a huge electronic billboard that had everybody on it. So that city had been seeing that for like a month. So that's easy promotion to everybody going up and down that strip. So the smaller places probably just didn't have that advantage.
Now, what makes this show different than any other show?
What makes Go Go Lucha?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to show up tomorrow.
It's a
and find out.
it's a debut
Yeah,
show.
go there, David.
It's a day. It's the first show.
So
Like
yeah, you're gonna have a burlesque dancer. You're gonna have a band. There's gonna be a band.
there's gonna be a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's booze, and it's in a theater. It's not in like some
I
crappy
think
American
that place
Legion or
is more
something
built
like
for
that.
music.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a concert
I've been there before.
It's a
Just
concert
saw
venue.
Sepultura there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've
Now-
seen them in 1988.
You're also
Damn
now
you.
on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Yes.
She just started.
Yes, just started.
Yes. Well, yes.
I was there live. I saw the match.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was
For
there.
Ashley, for me versus
You destroyed
Ashley?
her, yeah.
Ah.
I was there.
I didn't even know that.
Filipino market,
Thank you.
Filipino wrestlers, dude. You don't see me being like that, man.
You are kind of close.
Yeah, you see, you're like,
I'm actually his screensaver.
you see?
No, I can't see it, but I'm his screensaver. 'Cause, he got some exclusive pictures from my new calendar, you know. Yeah, so he's talking about being on Mars.
Isn't that the one where he's laying on the bed with like your 8x10s all over him?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So you got to kill Ash. Thank you, by the way, because you know she no-showed me on the podcast. So that was
Well,
Taking shots.
if you want to take shots, wait, hold on. If you want to take shots like that, who stood me up for coffee?
and I told you to pick her up, and you no-showed.
Wait, didn't you just get bumped from last week and now you have to be here with us?
Yeah, who stood me up last week?
Awesome.
No. I didn't get in a car accident.
No,
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted to stood me up so much, you went and got in a car accident. Come on.
It was a hot girl walking by, and I didn't see her. And just kidding.
Did you run? Did you hit her?
No, that was the plan. Ended up she disappeared. Anyway,
Terrible.
so Championship Wrestling from Hollywood just started.
Yes,
I'm sure you're very excited to be on TV.
he is.
Yes.
I'm very excited to be there at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood with the girls because this is the first time in 5 years that they've had girls on.
When does that air now? Do you know?
Here locally it airs at 4 or 5
At 4 p.m. on Channel 56 Digital,
Yeah.
KDLC.
It's
You can watch it on the Fight app as well. And
Yeah, and also YouTube America. You can watch that as well. If you're not from California, you can watch
I know.
it there.
They
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I just remember when I would come home at 2, 3 in the morning, I would see it because it would be on TV.
Oh, yeah.
But I know they got a primetime spot now.
It was
for that
funny.
spot.
Remember back in the day, XPW was like around that time?
Yes.
And I was like, for some reason, I was in the channel. Maybe XPW would just come on. It was like maybe 3 years after they freaking ended. And next thing I saw wrestling, and I was like, oh, okay, Willie Mack, he's pretty cool.
Do you remember when KJLA used to do ECW syndication? Okay.
I never had the channel, but I remember. My uncle used to record.
Actually, it was all. I used to put like aluminum foil on one of the TVs because I would get it. It was
It
awesome.
was very limited.
Yeah, but now they got they're on like a good time now, and they're also being shown in
The Fight Up.
rapid.
I have a question since you're already on TV. Did you try to contact WoW and get into their shows?
I did not.
You could have been Spike too.
Spike like 2, the number 2.
Like Zeus.
I know they had a tryout here recently, but I was out of town, so I didn't even try to help. Enough said.
Yeah, I think.
Did you?
My name was thrown, but because I'm under contract, it's like I'm very limited on what I can do.
Yeah.
But I think it's I think the environment for women's wrestling is changing a lot, especially here in California, and I think I saw a lot of opportunities for all of us in many different ways. Like you're in Championship for Wrestling, I am in Lucha Underground. I know that somebody very close to me just is gonna get the opportunity to be on WoW.
Yeah.
It hasn't been official yet, but I don't know if she made it official or not.
Yeah.
And Heather, she went all in Europe and
The
United
Lucifer,
States, Lucifer,
yeah.
Laura.
I think, Laura Cat went on with Lucifer too.
Oh yeah.
Winter. I think there's a lot, and then there's still more. Like I know Katie Forbes is gonna be on WoW. I think like right now, I think like a lot of the TV and entertainment aspects are coming out in the California area, so that's like really cool. Like I like that. I think that's good, and it's good for the girls. And I know there's actually a couple girls from the East Coast that are going to be moving out here too. So
Oh, sweet.
yeah,
Well, here's the thing with California Championship Wrestling. Like you were saying, they haven't had women in an X amount of years.
Yeah.
And basically, I think it's the same scenario with like the WWE. They had no choice but to change what they're doing with women's wrestling because the fans are demanding it, and the rise of women's wrestling, they had no choice.
Yeah.
No choice at all. So it's like everyone praises, Triple H did this for women's wrestling, blah, blah, blah. they made a decision, a smart decision, business decision. That's all it was. They didn't create anything. They went back to the old format, wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Plain and simple.
they made a smart business decision. They made other smart decisions, like bringing in some amazing trainers like Sarah Del Rey. And,
Yep.
you know,
Sarah
a lot of,
I mean, if you guys see like there were differences between last year and this year on the matches. They're introducing a lot of like lucha moves. Perfect example, this last match with Charlotte and Sasha Banks. They're doing a gory bomb. They're doing like arm drags from a throw. Like you didn't see the divas before doing this kind of moves. There's a lot of like fast paced.
Bras and panties, I miss bras.
You know, I mean, I am very proud that we are part of this change, and that we are part of this movement that has been happening for years. And now there's women that started it that went to AWS and many of the shows, like Sarah Del Rey, are now head honchos there, and they're like, this is what's gonna change.
Like
this is what we're trying to
Baby
do.
just got moved up to Raw. So.
Yeah, and she's from San Jose.
And
she's from Big Time Wrestling, yeah.
And not just with women's wrestling in general, but WWE has opened their eyes to the independent way of wrestling. You can totally tell because they're hitting that market. They're capitalizing on that market. Look what they're doing with all the cruiserweight stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Half the roster in WWE now are all top guys that were on the indie scene, and a lot of them are still kind of wrestling the same way they used to, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really seen them watered down too much.
Now they're keeping
And
their names.
that used to be a fear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When a big name from the indie scene would get signed, didn't everybody cringe like, oh, we're not going to be able to see them do what they used to do?
Yeah.
But they're allowing that now.
I remember one point I was like, AJ should not go to WWE.
Because you thought it was going to get watered down and it was going to be boring, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're smart. They open their eyes and they're letting these guys finally work.
Yeah. Now it's
Not all the time, but most of the time, yeah.
And when you see that, and you have people saying, now you have the ladies' night in September. Do you feel like you were ahead of what WWE is doing, or?
No. I mean, plain and simple. Any indie promotion these days, if they say that they created this, created that, bullshit. We're all marks of WWE. We all grew up on WWF.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
I didn't.
we might,
Hey, I took my vitamins. I say my prayers.
you know, we've all learned and watched what they've done. We might have created things differently the way we want to see it, but in reality, it all comes down to like what these past companies have done. Plain and simple. I mean, yeah, we alter things and we do a hybrid of things, but whatever. Everybody looks to everybody else for
To copy their card.
not to copy. And I know where you're going with that, but to get ideas,
Mhm.
And the big time have done it to the indies, and the indies have done it to the big time. Everybody,
But I think now, more than ever, the big times are watching what
the
the
indie
indies are
movement,
doing.
the indie movement.
They're taking ideas from people's characters and they're putting them on the main roster.
Well, I think
in
part
many
of that-
different ways.
I think part of that though also is the people like they chose like taking Sarah Del Rey and putting her into the system.
They
and
know-
train
they
her and
know
stuff
that
like
world.
that.
They know
Yeah,
how-
she knows that world.
Like Adam
And,
Pearce,
yeah, Adam
he's from
Pearce. Yeah.
NXT.
Even Ryan,
Former
even
champion of
Smiley,
mine.
Ryan Katz, like he came from here. Like they're pulling people from the indies, so they have that set, that set indie, not indie mentality, but
that knowledge. Yeah.
already.
So speaking of,
They know what the fans want to see on that level. There's no more robot big guy
Yeah.
that can't do anything.
Although they're still getting.
There's still a few there, but
But you still kind of need that in wrestling.
Yeah.
Big
do.
guys.
for the
Look at
big,
Strowman.
for the big time, you need
Like I miss all
yeah.
the fat guys, like the real big fat guys, in wrestling. Like you really need
Yeah,
them.
I had a discussion about that the other day.
Earthquakes and
Yeah, like you
stuff
need,
like
yeah,
that.
all those guys were cool. Like,
Big Damo.
The guys that can move, like
Yeah.
Rikishi.
Yeah.
I mean, he could move. He
Yeah.
was a big man, but he could move.
that Sada Del Rey just got promoted up to the main roster as a producer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Who did?
Sada Del Rey.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can see the difference.
What about Dark Angel? What's she doing
No,
now?
she's main trainer in NXT.
Yeah. I
See,
think you
there
can
you
see
go.
the difference already at
Why do
SummerSlam.
you like
with
her?
the
I always
women's
wanted
match.
to.
Yeah.
Because you can
She's
see
awesome.
they put more. The match was different than what we usually see, even though the women's wrestling
Yeah.
is better. SummerSlam gave us a better idea of
It's
what
different
the
how it was
women's
15
gonna
years ago. 15 years ago, the women's SummerSlam could have been a bra and panties match.
Well, I'm
It's
going to ask you.
different.
I still
both the
want a
question.
Chinese match. I mean, there's
Because
nothing
you're a
wrong with
perv, that's why.
that. I like women's
You
wrestling.
can go see
Ask
that.
you both a question for the ladies here. WWE a couple years ago, we all know with the divas,
Yeah.
you had to have boobs, booty, had to look a certain way.
Or you
Now
could
you've
buy
seen,
them.
now you've seen both how it's changed. You see
In
that.
a way, you still see it, but in a way, you don't. You still
Well, you
have
look
the
at
same
Sasha
kind of-
Banks. I don't think she would have been over, and even a couple years ago, doesn't have that diva look.
Right.
And then you see Nia Jax, who
Right.
doesn't have that diva look. I mean, as women, do you see that as a better? Are you proud, to see that now on the main roster, on TV? More than
Raze.
being expected to look like a Playboy model?
Well, I use looks to, as advantage sometimes for
Calendar coming out soon.
merchandise, I
Plug,
mean,
plug, plug,
there is
plug.
certain things that I use as an advantage because they'll help me do certain stuff, because like I like to look fit, I like to look like that, but I'm not, I'm not a triple D, and I never will be, and I'm
Well,
proud
let's
of.
pay for it.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna pay for it. I can invest that money on education or something else. I don't know. Like I think I've shown my abilities in the ring has taken me further than what a pair of boobs will take me. But I still take care of myself because that's how I am, and that's what I look. I like to look good for myself. And it also helps me in the long run. But I still see that there's a lot of like. You still have to look a certain way for WWE to see you or to consider you. Right now, you don't have to look like in 10 years ago, but they still ask you to be like you gotta be muscular, proportionate.
I think proportion is like a huge
Yes.
thing. Like when you look at Nia Jax, I mean, she's a big girl, but she's proportioned.
And she's pretty.
Yeah, she used to be a model.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Totally rock.
And they still like hiring
It's like a
models
bigger version of
to
it.
make them wrestlers.
Yeah.
They still doing that, which is nothing wrong with it. I mean, you see, it was Victoria, Trish Stratus. They're still looking for like Trish Stratus, and they haven't been able to find her.
Even
You know.
Marie.
Eva Marie, perfect.
Oh my God, Eva Marie, she's the best.
But
dude.
the
She's the best.
thing is, I think that they're doing really smart. Is like, yeah, right. Not everybody looks like they were a porn star, or whatever. But that's not every guy likes a girl that looks like a porn star. So even opening that up, not only is that good for girls because that gives opportunity to girls like you said, like Sasha Banks, who she's not the curviest girl. In fact, she's a small girl. She's really thin. But some guys like the small girls really thin. Some people like the Nia Jax. Some people like the porn-looking girls. So it's smart for the guy,
And then
Yeah, Charlotte.
Well, that's the demographics for wrestling
Oh, I
is
don't know.
men ages 20 to 46,
Oh, I know.
I think.
Yeah.
So you can't
Well-
do that. You can't all the girls.
well, then you get
Don't be nervous.
No.
Don't be nervous.
no.
You're gonna make them nervous.
Then you get the girl next door, like Bailey.
Yeah.
Very simple looking. She doesn't look like a model, but she doesn't look like a big monster or anything either. She's just like a homely looking girl. And she got over. She didn't have to be anything else than what she was.
Well, speaking of Bailey, now we're gonna get into the AWS because AWS has a show on Friday, and a lot of people don't know Bailey actually wrestled for you.
Yeah, she did once, and I wanted to book her a lot more, but she was already in talks and she got hired.
When you see somebody come out of AWS that's wrestled for you at least once or 20 times, and they end up on TV, does it make you feel like a proud papa?
Very happy for all of them if they weren't a dickhead. So I'd say about 80% of them, yes, very proud and happy of them.
Protect him.
And yeah, it's nice, to look back and say, oh, wow, there's so many guys on WWE roster that used to work for me. It's very cool.
AWS took the hiatus. It's back on Friday night.
We took a nap.
Why did you decide to come back now in September?
Somebody needs to book
August.
Comic-Con.
I think, let me guess, the title of the show. I think that's why.
Well, I didn't want to do anything for a while. And I'd say
Did you ask him a couple times?
Yeah. Well, we talk. So like, sorry, Bart.
even after last September, after the last show, even before that show ended, there was a number of promoters that wanted to do joint shows and keep it alive and do this and that, and I just wasn't interested. And this whole time where there was nothing going on, people were still asking me to do shows with them, and I just wasn't interested. I guess I just got to the point where so many people wanted it, and then so many people proved that they wanted it and started doing things to, I guess, motivate me or kick me in the ass, whatever you want to say. I guess I just woke up and said, okay, fuck it. If you guys wanted this bad, prove it. People started proving it. People helped. People lent money. People let me borrow money. People donated money because I couldn't afford it. And here we are.
And you had UEW, UIPW, FCW, all of them were running, PCW, all running shows. But people were still, asking when is AWS.
Oh man, it got annoying. Like I couldn't go. I stopped going to shows just to hang out with my friends and troublemakers. Because at least 20, 30 people a night would fucking ask me the question, when's AWS? I would get pissed.
Why do you think people missed it so much? Knowing that there was still, it looked like wrestling was making a little comeback towards this area in SoCal. It was dry after you left.
Well, I stepped away, and I figured, well, if I step away, these other promotions will benefit because the fans will start migrating to their shows.
Too, where I think a lot of the promotions messed up is that when he left, he would be the one that booked most of the female shows, where they had female talent. And I thought that maybe somebody else was gonna do that, but it just became maybe one female match, and he would book 2 of them. So we see more female wrestlers, and then nobody picked it up. So when you left, you really did leave a big void,
Well, they kind of dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they could have easily taken advantage of that.
Well, not only that, I saw some matches booked that I was cringing, going, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I remember Sage, she tweeted a few months ago saying, man, it's hard to be getting booked in SoCal now these days. And I tweeted, that's why I miss AWS, and she favored it.
Now, up north, the women's division was better, right? There was more matches.
Oh, I was gonna say there's
more girls booked,
more matches, more women's matches. Almost every promotion seems to run at least one women's match.
Where
in NorCal right now?
I love SoCal. No, I mean that's true. That's why I started. I'm from NorCal. I started training in NorCal. Definitely, there's right now, especially because there's so many girls coming out. But I feel like some of my best matches have been here in SoCal. And, and market here is completely different, and I feel like the fans are more. I think more in a way a little bit more loyal or But now for me it's different. When both sides. Both parts, they're the same, but at one point here, SoCal was my home, away from home.
Yeah, I think that's kind of funny because I feel like when your home in SoCal, when you got your home here, is when I was working up in NorCal a lot. We switched. We're oh hey, I'm gonna go over there. Okay, cool. But you're. I mean, it's not wrong. There was right now in NorCal, there's they're always looking for women. They're doing the women's nights and they're doing women's tournaments, and then they're doing this and that.
And
there's a lot.
Almost every promotion now has a women's title.
Yeah, they're one that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nights. Yeah, it's good.
But
people finally woke up.
As much as I do enjoy going up there a lot. I'd rather be down here because places where with Bart or with Santino's those are the people that I feel that really helped push me and give me my first shots, and then not only gave me my first shots, but they pushed me further and gave me better opponents and stuff like that. And I don't expect someone in NorCal to do that for me because I'm not from there,
Yeah.
So knowing that Bart's coming back here and knowing that Santino's just started running their shows again too, that makes me really happy.
I know. It seems like there's a bunch of.
Yeah.
Seems like there's a bunch of Santino's came back. You announced you coming back.
Here's what's funny. I don't know if I was talking to Ed one night or what, but I was talking to somebody, and they pointed out. They go, "Do you realize you started to chain reaction when you stopped doing shows? Other promotions stopped doing shows too." And then you announced you're coming back, and luckily more promotions are coming back too, and that's awesome. That's really cool. But damn, I kind of took a break.
You think they're coming back because just to compete with you?
No, I could care less. I'm not into competition like all these other guys. We gotta be better than Bart.
I don't know who all came back besides Santino's and you. Was there more promotions coming back?
SCWA.
Yeah,
what
was
that thing's been around forever.
It seems they were
weren't promoting. They said they didn't.
They were gone
for 14 years.
Yeah.
Were they 14?
Yeah, 14.
And then didn't somebody else just come back to?
There's been a few that have popped up, and new companies have popped up.
There's more work for us.
I
ain't complaining.
Then we have that Mr. California promotion, right?
I know.
Wait, is that
SWW's coming up, right?
Is that the one that didn't happen?
Yeah, that one. Someone was booked.
And nice.
How was your match with Detura?
The imaginary match that I had with the tour was great.
Wow.
Was it a hardcore match?
No,
Damn.
no
That's pretty
blood.
much for the promotion.
No blood. There was no blood. No blood shit in there.
Hi, Marvin.
Only the period blood.
So why does anybody know why SCWA came back? Because like we were actually talking about that on our car trip recently. That like I knew they were around forever, but I don't know why like they decided just to come back out of the blue or what.
I don't know, that guy Vince, he just...
Maybe just for the fun of it?
I think he just started a trend. Like, the
That's
hell
the
of
thing,
AWS started.
They have another
up
show
again, why
coming up in a
not?
few weeks, though, in the end of September.
That she's booked.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
they do.
I think he just started a trend again.
I don't know.
It's a good thing, man, because
But,
like
I mean, like when there's too many promotions, I like stepping away because it's too much. There's too much crap. Every weekend you can go see the same people, right, Ed?
Yeah.
But maybe
And then you limit your fan base because they go, I can go see all them next week. Same card, you know.
maybe they use
it's a
your
little
show
bit too
to
much.
see like who you're booking, and then they say, oh, if it's good enough for Bart, for AWS, and we can book him.
I don't know.
Maybe they do that, you know. Hey, if he books you, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, you can book the same people, but if you, like, don't book it right...
Yeah. It's all about the booking. I mean, I've seen great talent on shows, but I looked at the card and went, I don't want to see that.
Now you have this card for the fans on Friday night, 8 p.m. start.
Both of these shows are for the fans, and this is based off of the GoFund that was created.
How did the GoFund go?
It was okay, and don't take that the wrong way. Anybody that donated, it didn't even do half of what we wanted, but it did enough to still motivate me to do these shows. So the fans that did donate, the few fans that donated, are the sponsors of the ring for both of these shows. That money was enough to pay the rent on both ring rentals.
Raze, I got a comment for you on YouTube. It says, Raze and Shayna a few weeks back was a badass match.
Thank you.
Where was this?
This was at Premier Wrestling, which is one of my absolute favorite places to work in Northern California. Like if the people watching haven't checked it out, you should definitely check it out. It's more a little bit more serious. Like it's more like sports based. They keep track of wins and losses and stuff like that. And there's more of a focus on the sport of wrestling, the entertainment aspect as well, but more of the sport. And Wrestling Shayna was really great.
Is it a little bit like what we were doing with Wrestling Cares? A little bit.
Kind of.
A little bit.
Kind of. You know, it's kind of more. I don't know if you remember Magnum Pro, like when they were first around and they were keeping track of the wins and losses and all that stuff.
2-1, 2.
Yeah, and it was. I really like Premier. It's definitely one of my favorite promotions. John LaRocca is great. He's great, and I don't know if the people here know. He's teaming up with APW again and with Marcus Mack, and he's going to be helping them out up there. So, LaRocca and Marcus Mack for APW now.
Yeah. I just worked. I'm talking about APW. I just worked the show this last Friday. It was sick. We had so many people, and again, that's the reason why. Like, because I haven't worked in Northern California for over like 2-3 months, and the fans were absolutely nuts. You know, even though I didn't win, like they were still like. They were great, and again, it's like the fact that you, especially here in SoCal, created all this buzz with the women wrestling is just going everywhere, and we all want to learn from what you did and how successful it was, you know.
Well, here's the thing, like I said before on an older podcast, or maybe a few, because I've been here a few times, because I don't know if I've rambled over.
Are you drunk already?
But like we were talking about Sarah Del Rey, the early stages of the AWS women's title, Sarah Del Rey was there to help push that title and give it meaning. And that wasn't overnight. This took years to get it to where it is now. Why are you walking away? I'm talking to you, fucker.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I'm going to wait till you get back.
Rude.
All right.
Well,
Wow.
I'm having a lot of comments on YouTube, but my phone's getting pissed.
You want a battery? Have a battery.
They can say, "Oh, what the fuck am I doing?" Or I look like I'm bored, and fuck them.
No, they have questions, so I don't want the phone to die because comments and questions for you guys.
to the store. We take questions.
So
Well, let me ask my questions.
Call
Can
in.
Raze
Call
call
in.
me or something?
Call in on the phone.
Well, anyways, like I was saying, this women's division here in Southern California wasn't created overnight. It took years, and it's just nice to see it the way it is now.
But I'm gonna ask you again, what makes it so special? Everybody missed it. AWS period.
You have to ask them. I
I
can't.
could ask you from a wrestler's point of view. I feel like AWS is it's unique, and it's one of those promotions that, I mean, it was a school at one point, right?
Oh yeah.
But they're not a school anymore. But despite that, it's just a promotion where you got that huge sense of feeling of family, and you usually don't get that from promotions unless it's a school, because you spend all the time each other at a school. But they not only like, it wasn't just the wrestlers that all felt like family there. I feel like all the fans felt like family there. You know, like the fans knew each other. Like, you know, Ed knew Adam, and Adam knew Chris. You know, Fred. You know, this is where you met a lot of people there, and it was so consistent. And you know, you see the same people there. The fans got to be family with each other. The wrestlers all got to be family, and you know, wrestlers. You know.
Yeah, even though this fucker is like an asshole and everything.
Especially, well, and I think also because the after parties like helped. You know. And it's
the interaction between the fans and the wrestlers is.
So every month we just waited to all hang out, watch a good show, or quality show.
Yeah,
because it's
but I think the shitty thing about that is because it felt so much like family, people took it for granted, and look what happened.
Yeah. And for me, when my first AWS show, my husband and I, we drove like 7 hours just to see an AWS show.
To watch
it. This is before I was a wrestler. You know, and I met all these wonderful people, and that's when I got to like really, you know, hang out with Melissa for a little bit and some of the girls, and then from there, he was the one who first gave me an opportunity to come and work in the show, and then Japan happened. But for me, when I received that text message, we were like, "Hey, I want to book for AWS," it was like my WWE moment. I was like so happy to be in an all-ladies show because of the meaning of AWS and who's been there. You know, like he said, Sarah the Raze, she went to the same school that I went to. Melissa, the cheerleader Melissa, went to the same school that I went to for wrestling. So my goal in life was to become better than them too, or to become more famous than them too, because they have left such a big legacy. And then to be part of this show, I was just like blown away. And now that it's coming back, and now that I get to have a match with Lufisto, and now that I get to have a match between her and Sage with, you know, Twisted Sister, which is like something very important to me, it's super amazing. I have no words to describe how happy I am to bring the Twisted Sisters to Los Angeles. You know, I don't think we haven't wrestled yet.
You guys haven't had a match in LA yet?
Nope.
Oh wow.
So this will be our first time.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. This is like a lot of
bookers
stuff.
are dropping the ball.
So when you book the show for Friday, I mean, you've had God knows how many guys and girls on the shows before. Why these specific wrestlers?
Well, Comic-Con helped.
Did it?
Comic-Con.
Captain Comic-Con?
Oh, geez.
I'm still waiting for something from him too. Anyways.
You can say fuck Captain Comic-Con. You can say it. Fuck you.
Now I forgot the question.
No, but I'm saying, like, why did you
these
choose
matches?
these specific wrestlers? Was it because you've had like God knows how many wrestlers on the show.
For this first show, the anniversary show, I wanted to keep it pretty much strictly local. And looking at this now, I'll jump ahead actually. And on the podcast you guys did last time, where you guys talked about the show, Ed had a question of why is Shayna getting a title match, because she's never wrestled for AWS before, never done nothing at all before for AWS, but she does have a reputation. She has been around, and what people don't know, and I'll tell them now if they didn't know before. I thought I said this on a different podcast, but not every promotion does what WWE does or the old traditional thing. I mean, we do the traditional way where you got to earn it. You got to be the number one contender, but in the last.
Because Raze.
Well, she's got other business. In the last, I'd say even more than 5 years, probably even for quite a while, I have always allowed champions to give me a suggestion. And I could either say that's a great idea or it's not a great idea, and this is why. And when B-Boy was a champion, he suggested some opponents that he would have liked to fight, and some of those came true, some I didn't do. So that's just how it is, you know. She was a suggestion, and I like the suggestion. Plain and simple.
Makes sense.
For
That's
him.
your answer.
For him.
I would think the answer would just be Bart, like, because it's my fucking promotion.
Yeah. You wish to do it kind of
I tried to work around it.
I'm gonna put you on the spot right now for you. He's always when he was on another show.
Yeah.
He always wanted you on that show. Gives you a chance to ask him.
The one where you can't fucking hear anything because it sounds like a bunch of fucking marble mouths.
Yeah, you got a chance to ask him like 100 questions.
The call-in one where you can't fucking hear shit.
And then you always talk shit. Now you just have to ask him questions.
I always talk shit to him. I think he's answered so many things and stuff I don't even want to know about. But yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah.
Okay, ask me a question, Ed.
Okay, I'll ask you one.
A serious question.
Why?
No, that was a serious question. I mean, I heard that podcast, and I wanted to acknowledge that.
Okay. So why did you add the other members of Hate for that four-way, the gauntlet?
Hate has nothing to do on the
Well,
first show.
I wanted you to give the answer she was expecting because it's my fucking show.
Because it's my fucking show.
Hey, so Ray got added and everything like that.
All right.
Yeah,
Let me explain this to Ed.
Wait. Can you guys clarify for the people watching what match you're talking about?
Yeah, it was
For the show on Friday night, originally announced elimination four-way match.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. When AWS was away, that's when Hate was created elsewhere.
Mhm.
Okay? That has nothing to do with my promotion.
No.
I could either go with it or not go with it. This first show has nothing to do with Hate. But you move on to this next show, and they're involved as a group. Okay, so there's plenty of other shows where you see the members of Hate fighting against each other. So why should it be any different at my show when all these guys used to fight each other before anyways?
Does Hate work anywhere else besides UEW and sometimes EWF?
Yeah,
that's it.
EWF, I think. And
That's it. And they, I guess their new show they're gonna do, their solo show.
But you were asking why was Ray Rosas and Rico added?
Yeah.
They would have been added even if Hate didn't exist.
So what's the match then?
I know. So why were they?
What's the complete match? Now, what's the new update?
It is Rico versus Cholo versus Tito versus Mariachi Loco versus Ray Rosas versus Che Cabrera. But it's a gauntlet match. It's not all at the same time. Two men start, and when one gets eliminated, the next guy comes in. So they're like all separate matches.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And the winner becomes the #1 contender to the AWS title.
I have a question for you online before my phone died.
Oh, okay.
It's from a guy, Carlos. He asked, in the scene, the movie The Wrestler, there's a scene where the promoter can't pay the main eventer what they promised.
Mm-hmm.
So, say, like, he might have told him, like, hey, I'm going to pay you $1,000. And for some reason, he can't pay the full $1,000. Is that, he wants to know if it ever happened to you.
Oh, yeah. It's happened to everybody. And if they said no, they're fucking lying.
So what do you do in that type of situation?
You fucking pay them.
No matter what.
Eventually you pay them. If you don't, then you're just a fucking dick.
Sometimes 7 months.
No, it's been 10 months.
Oh, not you.
Oh, not me? Oh, okay. I'm clear on this one?
You're clear on this.
No, it happens. Like we even said this on other podcasts. I guess people weren't listening to their fucking podcasts.
You were on that.
Well, remember, we got new listeners since then.
Oh, okay. But no, shit happens. Sometimes you expect X amount of money from a sponsor, and last minute they flake out, and then you don't have that money where you had a certain budget and you knew you could cover everybody. Shit happens left and right in this business. Or you're doing business with another promotion, and then unfortunately they have to cancel their show, and you planned on doing business together, and then you're stuck with the full bill on bringing in talent. That happens a lot too. Happened to me a lot.
Didn't it just happen to you in this recent show?
I was trying to be
Not
nice.
mentioning
I was trying to be nice. But even at last year's anniversary, that happened to me. I was doing business with a guy out of Phoenix, and he wanted Sabu, he wanted Lufisto, and we were all going to pay, split the flights. He backed out on me. I had to pay last minute full flight on Sabu, Lufisto, and Sanjay Dutt. Well, is that the one where I had to cancel Sanjay and bring him back another time, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's why that happened. And because tickets weren't bought in advance, Sabu's ticket, over $1,000. Mephisto's ticket, probably $800-something. Because that other promoter backed out and left me hanging last minute.
So now that's probably why you try to avoid all these promoters.
I try to avoid doing business with, if I can't afford it, I'm not going to do it. And that's why I wasn't doing shows.
But you could have these cool invasion angles and.
Has anybody ever hit you up about that? Maybe an invasion?
Oh, all the time.
And
But NWO was how many years ago?
Gus.
No, Gus never said nothing.
I'm just kidding. I love you
I'm gonna ask
guys.
you your honest opinion.
Wait, what did he say on the other one? Fuck Gus.
Before I ask you that, I have a question for you, Raze, from a certain listener called Butcher,
Okay.
a former
Fuck that guy.
Uh-huh.
Back the picture.
Would you like to say that now? Fuck the Butcher?
Nah, fuck the butcher.
There we go!
No one likes him. I'm glad
He
you
would
keep
like to
on
know, where did you find the dead teddy bear?
Oh.
Fuck the butcher.
Oh!
Jesus.
I thought it was Ted. One more time.
Fuck himself.
Well-
Hey, you got the recorder thing going? We should know. You know what? Fuck the butcher.
Oh. There you go.
You know what? Tell the butcher. The only butcher that I reply to is Tyler Bateman. So shut up.
Oh, damn.
I think
The bear's flipping you off.
I think the teddy bear won. You know what? I'm gonna ask
The little
you.
VX thing.
So this is the little.
There you go.
So I'm gonna ask you straight up because you were talking about the whole hate thing, and then we talked about invasions. You think that storyline was dropped? Like they missed the ball on that?
I really didn't follow it.
What are you
No?
talking about?
You got to
The
ask
whole
everybody
hate
else.
invasion. Do you think that
It was kind of
dropped?
It was kind of there and so headline and then gone.
I think the only thing it did.
Would you have done it differently?
Oh hell yeah!
I think the only thing it did, it made the show bearable. Like I didn't have to drink that much to enjoy
What
UEW.
was this?
I feel like it could.
Oh.
I don't. I'm talking about it like past tense. Understanding though that it's still going on, I feel like it could have been better, like bigger, like done more. But I feel like it's like right now like really confined to that area. Like I'd like to see it grow and like do good things.
Oh, Ray was in Ring of Honor Saturday. It was wrestling.
Yeah, it was.
Did he wear his hate shirt?
No,
I don't think so.
we drank with the hate shirt on Friday.
Now they have their own show coming up on the 10th of
10th,
September,
Yeah.
September 10th.
and so far the card looks good.
Yeah.
It looks like they're trying to bring it back the way it should have been done. But it looked like I'm saying like, do you think UEW possibly dropped the ball on it the way they promoted it?
I don't think I feel like
It
I
just
didn't see much after, like it started hot.
it looked like there was a lack of promotion after
Yeah,
because it was all headline and all this happened and there was so much talk about it, and then there wasn't.
yeah.
So
Like it started, like I was talking to someone, like it started really hot and really cool, and everybody was talking about it, and then it just kind
I
of.
remember I was at that show when that brawl happened, and then I remember people around was like, "Hey, was that real or was this part of the show?"
It's
People were
real,
confused.
bro. It is real. Somebody
I
can
didn't
say
say
it's real.
That's why I didn't say nothing. Like,
it's real to her, damn it.
Yeah. Ask Licorice Joe in Northern California how his face feeling after I kicked him.
Yeah.
After the show.
I mean there's.
I did kick him in the face.
everything's real.
Everything's real. Which match are you looking forward to on your show?
On my own show, shit, I hope I get to see it this time.
Yeah, you know what?
See what
I'm
you
gonna
said?
say this. Honest.
Oh, back to your other question because I
Go
cut
ahead,
you
go
off.
ahead.
You asked about why this talent on this show, blah 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 blah. Because there's AWS has a huge roster and it's all over the world. It's not just local, but I stuck to the local scene for this one because it's a big comeback, and I've done that many times. Fresno's not that far or whatever up north, so Cage to me is still local. He's still Cali. Shayna's Cali. And I have worked with her before at other shows. She just hasn't debuted yet on AWS. And she's been to AWS. To me, everybody's local. Everybody's Cali. Everybody's family. And then we have Holidead making her debut. And she had asked me, well over a year before I stopped wrestling about getting in, but I was so booked. I had all the shows lined up and booked. So I've known her for quite a while, actually, and then I finally got to see her work, and she's getting over with everybody. She's got a great gimmick and doing well, and I see Butcher distracting everybody with hand signs over there.
That's
What?
Butcher.
He was asking if we want a beer or something,
Don't offer.
Cerveza.
A beer.
So, anyways, when the time came to
I know where your mind's at.
Always.
You're sitting between To be like women here.
According to all the rumors, anyways.
I send them nudes, you know? I send them nudes, baby.
What?
I'll sell them to you for 99 cents.
I keep getting them all the time on Snapchat.
Damn, I still have yet to get one. What am I doing wrong here?
Anyways, I asked who was available first because not everybody was available. They were already booked on other shows, and that's what you have to do. You can't just make a fucking flyer like some promotions apparently have without asking the talent if they're available. You can't fucking do that because you look stupid when they go, I'm already booked and I can't make your fucking show. And then it makes the wrestler look
Like
bad
which
to the
promotions?
fan. I don't know, but it's happened to a lot. So, and I hear it. I hear it from the workers that it happens. And then if you go to a show, see somebody on the flyer, you want to see them, right? And then if they're not there, you're going to think it's the wrestler's fault.
Yep.
And
Well,
it's not. If,
Yup,
you
it's
know,
SoCal. I know it's the promoters.
we'll see that and then see. And you saying that is disappointing to me because I don't book that way.
I don't know. You're always legit.
I love the city of Montebello. Go ahead.
I was just there on Saturday.
I know. I'm just saying. I love the city of Montebello. Go
But
ahead.
anyways,
I like Ventura. Ventura's a nice spot.
some talent was available, some wasn't, and there's not room enough for everybody on the card. So there you go.
Makes sense. Because a lot of people are disappointed they're not on the card.
Oh yeah, I'm still getting emails every day. It gets to
to
the point where I have to just ignore people.
You know what the
because-
smartest thing to do if you're not booked on a card is when you get the invite, hit up the promoter and ask, does this mean I'm booked? It's not. Don't do that.
I invite people to everybody else's shows because workers will go to other shows just to hang out and you know, socialize. You've done it. We've gone to shows just to say hi. But to assume you're booked because you get invited to a show, what are you, fucking stupid? Are you that fucking retarded? Some dumbass motherfucker from, saying I'm getting pissed. Some dumb motherfucker, where's he from? And I even made a post about this, and I guess he sent Gus the same thing, and I made a post about it, just out of nowhere. Hey, I'm going to be in town in November, and how do we go about getting me booked on your show? Just like no introduction to who the fuck he was, no links to any matches, and like I let weeks go by, and today I just felt like, well, no, we ain't gonna make it happen, and that's not how you contact a promoter. He actually wrote back, well, what should I have said? Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, maybe it's a learning experience. You tell him how to approach other people.
I'm going to tomorrow morning when I sit down and think about what needs to be said.
Wait, is he an established wrestler? Like,
No,
does he know this
I've
already?
never seen him before,
Okay.
ever. And that's the difference, you know?
This is why I left the business.
Mm.
Yeah.
Business?
Yeah, that's why. You made Bart quiet.
Damn.
Look at Bart has nothing to say.
So if you want to get booked somewhere where
Wait a minute.
the promoter doesn't know who the hell you are, introduce yourself, tell them who you are,
Don't
who
do that.
trained you, and basically hope for the best.
Just respond to all invites asking if you're booked.
Bart?
What kind of
Butcher was invited to the show. You mean he's not booked?
Yeah, I mean, him or texting.
Oh, shit, I'm leaving.
Who are you guys tag teaming?
Yeah, exactly. Who you tag teaming? And you better not say who I'm thinking you're going to say, because then I'll walk off the show. Don't keep it up. Wow. We have a question from my guy Lefty here. What is the ultimate goal for AWS, and what is the end game?
No, I have no goals. I have nothing to prove. I'm doing this for the fans. I have nothing to prove. Nothing, no goals. No. I just want to put on a nice, good show. I put on shows that I would pay to see. End of story. Because I'm not going to make no fucking money off it.
I have a question. Well, it's not a question. It's telling me that to talk about when you slapped Billy Budges for stealing AWS tapes.
Oh, man.
See, we keep going over the same shit.
I don't know. They just got
Some
off
fat little bastard ripped off some tapes, and I smacked the
The
living
porn
fucking
tapes?
shit out
Those
of
weren't
it.
the porn tapes, right?
No.
That was a different story.
I saw the video.
Damn.
I saw that old PWG.
It's still on
I saw you
YouTube.
grabbing the guy.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you lie to me. If you steal from me, don't also lie to me.
Yeah, like I totally downloaded all those YouTube videos. I did. I really did. I downloaded. I was like, screw it.
You're going to end up with viruses.
What was there, like 12 of them?
No, I found.
What is the story with that? So what happened?
Which one are you talking about?
Apparently, well, you know how there's a lot
That's
of
an
you know how there's a lot of perverts out there.
Mm-hmm.
But
YouPorn, dude.
there's some
Nude
guys.
Vista. They're deep.
Oh, you talking about that one guy from YouTube?
Well, they put
Well,
it on
with the
YouTube.
circle?
Yeah.
Ah.
And he's not the only one. Other people have done it. And you see, have you ever been on YouTube and you look? Shut up, we're talking now.
I'll be quiet.
Okay, continue.
Okay.
Man.
Now, have you ever been on YouTube where no matter what the subject is, and mostly pervert stuff, they circle around a girl's cleavage or something?
Yes.
And this guy, first, I don't even know if it was a guy. It might have been a girl. How creepy is that? It might have been a girl. And you don't know where they're from, but they created a profile that said it was Hudson Envy among like a dozen other girls. There was like separate profiles of workers. And you know it wasn't them. And it had YouTube match footage of AWS and like even Shimmer and other things. And like in the headline, you know, the screen cap, like their crotches are circled, their boobs are circled, and just like it was all just weird pervert shit. But the point was that they were stealing these matches, downloading them or uploading them, however the hell you say it, from either the DVD or from Click Wrestle, and putting them back on YouTube for free. And these are matches that are not for free. You have to pay to download these. So, yeah, we got them kicked off.
No,
3 or 4.
they're still on there. Look at.
Which one's that?
That's the one. One of the ones.
I did that to one of your pictures. So.
Nope.
That's one of the people.
Yeah, I
that's
know,
one
I've
of the
seen all that
people
shit
that
at GIFs.
It depends,
and all
though.
that stuff.
It depends if that's already a free. Like some matches might be for free and they just put it on their own page. But like mine specifically that he used were not free. But yeah, there's still a lot of creep stuff on there.
Yeah.
See, Ed's looking for it right now.
Oh no, I got it.
No, he's perving on my picture. Talking about purse.
Oh, God.
What? Is it true?
All right, so now for you two ladies, you guys are
Is that Nicole?
facing each other
No,
on Friday night
Kennedy.
Yes.
in tag team. Your partner's Holidead.
Yes.
Your partner's Sage.
Yes.
Completely different styles in wrestling.
Yes.
And first time ever.
First time ever.
Yes.
Especially and for you guys to be a tag
Is it
team.
completely different styles?
Is it
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say so.
I wouldn't say.
same
Because
style?
like me and Holidead had a match up in NorCal recently, and I felt like we were very similar.
No, I mean
Very
you and I we have different styles. We wrestled each other before in singles,
Yeah.
but you and Holiday.
Me and Holidead, I'd say like you and Sage are probably similar. Me and Holidead are pretty similar, but I mean, I think that's to be expected. Like bigger girls work like other bigger girls, and smaller girls work like other smaller girls. It's just your dynamics. Like I'm not gonna go fucking throwing a tilt-a-whirl head scissor on
me.
this girl. I mean, that's just how it is.
So you do have like that sister like aspect between you and Sage and her and Holiday, and it's kind of cool seeing that.
It's kind of because me and Sage used to train together at like Santino's. Like I feel like Sage has been part of my responsibility for growing because when I first started wrestling, like it was me. Everybody put me and Sage together. So you against Sage, you against Sage, you against Sage. All right.
And
So finally, it's just like, well, fuck, let's
Like
just team up.
And that match alone, I think other promoters out here dropped the ball. I'm surprised it hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, true.
I'm surprised they haven't even booked us as a tag team, just in general. Like
They don't.
they.
Well, let me ask both of you guys. I mean, I've seen you and Sage, but I think I've only seen you at AWS. I could be wrong.
Other spots too.
Other
Yeah.
spots. But I've only seen you and Holiday on certain shows. Is there a reason why maybe more promoters don't book you guys as teams?
I know
And
why.
against each other? Or?
Here in SoCal, there's only, I want to say, I counted them out. I wrote an article recently, and I counted out, I think it's 4 promotions that support intergender wrestling in Southern California that'll actually book intergender matches and, like, support it. So if it's not on one of those 4, then...
Because I had a match in Santa Maria with Bill Blade, and that was, like, the first time that we wrestled in this area, but we never wrestled here, which, I mean, Holidead is from the area, too, so... We're very excited. Like, I had a podcast before this one, and what I was saying the difference I feel between you and us is that we're real sisters. They're real sisters. Like,
Yeah, her promo, they said they even sleep together.
we
What about that?
sleep together.
Wow.
We do, the real shit. We sleep together. Not like, juntas pero no revueltas.
Put a big smile on it.
It's fantasizing.
And we're currently.
Scissors.
Also, no, but I just feel like like the Twisted Sisters bring something different to the tag team, especially men or female. And I'm not putting cream on my tacos, you know, or on our tacos, but
Yeah,
that's why.
I was hoping you guys were putting cream on tacos.
But I think that's why.
Thank you.
That's what I feel. I mean, I think that's what they see on us, and that's one of the reasons why we're going back to Japan, because they see that.
When are you going back to Japan? I just saw that post.
October 19th.
For how long?
2 months.
Wow. Well, now you hear them say they're real sisters compared to you and Sage.
Mhm.
Rebuttal.
Me and Sage don't have to defend ourselves. We've been there.
You guys have been a team for quite a while.
Yep.
We haven't.
Remember Freddy
Oh,
Krueger
bring it.
and Jason?
And you have already faced Sage at AWS 101.
Still one of those
Yeah, we
calls.
have. I have faced you one-on-one. I have faced Sage one-on-one. We actually faced each other as tag team when I was with Atura. A long time ago. Ages.
Who?
Actually, last year.
Who?
It was you, Sage, me, and Atura.
Who?
What?
You sure?
Yeah.
Do you know where?
Lucha VIP?
Oh, that was so long ago.
Yeah, that was a
We
year
were
ago.
just talking about them earlier.
We were talking about
What
that.
happened to
They didn't last long, did they?
No, what happened to them? Yes.
They didn't last
They
long.
said
Yes.
last time I walked out, they said, yeah, we're gonna have another show in 2 months, and then
I think the guy that was involved, and I met him, he had no clue of the wrestling business. That's why he hired somebody else to be the booker, and it just didn't work out. He probably thought he was going to make a lot of money, and he didn't.
That was a wrestling business.
Yep.
That's sad, man.
Not
That's
really.
all this money and that women's cup. Was that the last show they did? The
no, I think the last show we did tag on that one.
Yeah.
That was the last show because that was the last one.
That was awesome. That was
Because it was the
See, they were part of that trend, too. AWS went away, and then they went away shortly after.
it was the
Oops,
women's cup
sorry.
tag.
The only one that won't be wearing makeup in that match will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that type of makeup.
No, I mean, what?
Well, no, so.
Yeah.
You're not gonna.
It
Are you guys
counts.
gonna cosplay for the match or?
It's a surprise.
Come on.
I ain't telling no one.
You gotta go to the show.
Yeah, dude.
To see it.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'm just curious. Jeez. I like spoilers sometimes, you know. I like spoilers.
Like the SmackDown.
I don't want to know. Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
and we just talked about that match, the gauntlet match. I wanted to put over one more other match that they weren't able to talk about last time because it wasn't on the flyer.
Yeah.
And that's the Cincinnati Red
Yes.
tribute match against, At last year's AWS anniversary, the 13th year, we lost Red the day before, the night before the show. Then we did do a Cincinnati Red tribute show.
Yeah.
And this is happening actually months after the actual anniversary of AWS, but I still wanted to honor Red with a match, so we're doing Ryan Taylor versus Espiritu.
Oh.
Espiritu. Yeah, same thing. And that's something that Red would have booked. And he had also booked the other match that we did at his benefit many times before when he was a booker at EWF, and that was Ryan Taylor versus Scorpio Sky. And that was a classic.
That match was
That was
so
good,
awesome.
right?
Yeah, that match was so awesome.
So
I was sober for that one. That was awesome.
So this is our shout-out tribute to our friend Cincinnati Red. And that was added on to the card.
So how many matches we have in total?
8.
8 matches. 8. Good.
And I knew there was going to be 8. You know, I like teasing and don't tell everybody everything that's going to happen right away.
Like,
So.
yeah, he does like teasing.
Yeah, a lot of times the workers don't even know what's going to happen because everybody wants to know what's going to happen and they don't need to know until it's time to do it. So.
Just like me, who wants to know if she was gonna cost. Have you done a Michael Myers one?
I do have a Michael Myers one. I also have some other ones that I'm
Have you
sitting
done
on
the
and
Michael
waiting.
Myers? I've never seen
Yeah,
Michael
I've done
Myers.
Michael Myers.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen the Jason,
Mm-hmm.
Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen Michael.
I see. Well, I have Michael. I've done it,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I also have other ones
I have
too.
an idea for your next one.
Michael?
Yeah.
Oh,
Leatherface.
No. I
Damn,
gave you a hint
Leatherface
about one of the
would be
ones
dope.
I'm holding on to. I'm holding on to that. There's going to be a nice one for cheerleader Melissa.
Oh.
Am I gonna see? Are we gonna see Cobra Moon in AWS?
If it's booked, yeah. One day.
Why would we see that in AWS?
I don't know if it's booked at Cobra Moon. I can't totally do it.
Do you think that makes a difference?
What?
But if booking them in there,
Why?
Cobra Moon
I
versus
think it makes a
Thunder Rosa.
difference as far as promotion or attracting more people to a show, or
Some more might be interested, but the way I look at it, AWS has been around longer than most of these other promotions, so that's why you don't see a Lucha Underground logo next to Willie Mack, because Willie Mack started at the AWS school that she was talking about. So he's been with me ever since he started. Why would I bother even putting over something else? Nothing against them at all, but I just don't feel I need to do that. You know?
I wore this stuff when I wrestled Willie Mack.
I didn't see that.
I didn't come out with the mask, but I wore the.
yeah. I remember how nervous you were for that too.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't see any difference. Oh.
Fuck that guy.
But yeah, you are right. If I probably promoted Brian Cage from Lucha Underground, Willie Mack from Lucha Underground, it probably would attract more attention. But I don't think I need to do that.
Butcher has a question for you.
Fuck that guy.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Who's the butcher? Tyler Bateman called in?
Hi, Tyler.
He would like to know if he will ever wrestle again in AWS.
Who?
You.
Butcher. He never has. And never will.
If you are gonna wrestle.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, well, you wrestle.
He could have booked himself to the card.
Last time
he's not going to get called out.
Last time I actually did something in AWS, you were right behind me going, ah!
Oh my
Remember
God,
that?
so great.
I know, what
Yeah.
on a show he didn't get announced?
I was going to say, you were booking.
You're there like, they never called my name.
Yeah.
I was standing right on the stage. I wasn't told when the match was, and it was first. And I go, well, maybe they'll just say my name and I'll just wander in.
out there.
And, no, I just watched the match.
I asked him too, I'm like, what are you going to wrestle? And he's like, whatever I'm wearing.
It was announced as Bart, so I went as Bart. And then I wasn't announced.
Me and Ed were there. This was like, what, a half hour for everybody to come out?
Yeah.
We were like, what the hell's going on? And he was like, wrestlers, come out of the ring.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
How long ago was this?
Not
A few months
This
ago.
was that was a 5-year
Yeah.
show. That was like 2 months ago?
Oh,
like
I
that,
didn't
yeah.
go to that show.
Because it was like a week or a couple of weeks before that, I did do a WPW Battle Royal that I was in for like a second. Threw out one guy, and then his brother threw me out, and I screwed up my leg because I hit the metal beam on
Oh,
the
that's
outside
right.
because it wasn't padded.
I think you came over
So
here.
I put a huge hole in my damn leg for like a second of fame, but it was still fun.
Did you say fame?
So will you wrestle in AWS again?
I haven't wrestled in AWS since 2010 in the World Battle Royal, the record-breaking Battle Royal. No, wait! 2012 at the anniversary at Frankensons, where I destroyed Joke. Poor guy.
What year was the one? Was no. 2010 was the 2-ring
The
battle.
Battle Royal, yeah.
Okay.
The world record, yeah.
The one that broke the ring.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun. That was really fun.
Was Butcher in that one?
Is Butcher ever really in anything? I mean,
I think he was in the audience.
In the bathroom,
He was,
yeah.
he's been on the podcast, but
Has he?
as you can tell, nobody remembers.
But I doubt you'll see me wrestle because I don't want to embarrass myself on my own show. I'll go to somebody else's show and embarrass myself.
Nah.
I'm gonna ask you again. What match are you most looking forward to? If you get to watch this time, because you're what man? I see. You
I
running
like
around
everything.
the
I like everything that I booked. Everything.
Obviously.
You're the booker.
He's the best booker.
I want to see them all.
why are you so mean to him on that?
He's an asshole, dude.
I booked what I would
You're
pay
an
to see.
You're an asshole, too. Yeah. You do. Actually, yeah, he does. That's why I always like his cards. I never really complain.
You actually haven't been talking so much crap today, which means
Because I love AWS. I went for like a year straight. You know?
I think the standout match that people are gonna are not expecting to be all that is gonna be Eli versus Legacy. I think that's gonna
with
surprise some
Captain
people.
Comic Con?
You had to mention him. I didn't.
Well, you're the one that he's on the flyer.
You're
I'm
the
just
flyer.
reading the flyer. I don't know
We
what.
promote that.
Hey, is the Revelation still I'm just asking.
Was the
Was it
regulation ever real? Oh!
Oh man.
You beat me to it. Yes, I.
You got your
I'm
sitting
just waiting for the 24.
126.
Well,
I'm kidding. But no, the was it? Didn't I swear to God at like FCW like didn't the Revelation kick out Eli? Right? I remember seeing that.
They're back on good terms.
Oh, they're back on good terms.
I don't know. I was there recently, and Eli got into a fight with Danny.
Limelight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
I saw
all
the
I
video.
know.
That was pretty epic, by the way.
It was funny, actually. I liked his video.
Well,
He like
when
did like a 13-minute video, and he was like...
I watched that when I was on my way to NorCal.
I was just cracking up.
When Gus went running to break it up, I was like, "Get him, Gus! Get him, Gus!"
You would.
Yeah, my dad was like,
I was entertained.
Is that real?
Has that ever happened?
Poor dad.
What?
Like a shoot like that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
No, at your show?
At my shows, with me involved.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I would be involved.
That was like a year ago, right? Where you had an incident, or 2 years ago? At one of your shows?
It's like 2 years.
It was about 2 years ago, I think, because it was in the summer. I remember that.
Right?
Probably 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What happened? Or you can't talk about it?
Well, dark matches are usually before the show. This was after the show.
Oh.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
What happened? No?
I thought we already talked about it.
That's so old.
Yeah, it's old news.
We don't want to talk about it.
And it was, I didn't get to hit anybody, so it's not a good story.
This is true.
Now, all right, this is for you, for the two ladies. When AWS was on its break, how did you guys see the scene? Did you see it?
I saw them traveling all over the place.
Yeah.
Is that why you guys ended up traveling more, maybe? Because SoCal wasn't happening like it was before?
I don't know if it's necessarily because of that, but
You
that
just got
helped.
opportunity.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
I was gonna say that.
It helped, but you know, I felt, and I said this when I came and I did the podcast with you guys. Without AWS being here, that left a huge hole for women's wrestling in Southern California because he always highlighted them so well. And like I said, he gives good pushes. I feel like gave me like the better matches and like with Lufisto and like with Willie Mack. Even though I was nervous as hell.
That was awesome.
She didn't know till like, what, an hour before the show started?
I walked in not on the show. But Bart gives those pushes to people like for the ladies' night, like Sage is wrestling Taylor Hendricks. Like that's a good match. That's something that gives Sage exposure.
Well,
Yeah.
You're waiting for that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Bart does that for women.
Buggy also started at AWS.
Well, like if you
Yeah.
see that card, there's 2 matches with women instead of just one. Usually, if they do book a female wrestling match, it's just
one. Yeah, Bart has on this Friday. Bart has 2 matches, and it just between I felt like between AWS not running and then Santino's not running, because Santino's is a heavy proponent of intergender wrestling, like it left a huge hole, like just ridiculous. Maybe it was why I wasn't wrestling here so much.
By the way, how was your match with Paige's mom?
Oh my God, Soraya Knight.
Yeah,
Very stiff.
Oh God, yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing. That's all I could say. Like she's amazing. I have nothing bad to say about that match. She's just amazing. I could actually send you the link to the match. I have it.
Where was that?
It was at
Louisiana.
Louisiana at Wildcat Sports. We're not allowed to put up any of our footage online because they tape for TV. So I could send you the match, but it turned out just to be an all-out brawl because Soraya's tough as nails.
Is that the same promotion you did something with Teddy Long as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of you and Teddy Long.
I got to see her for the first time in Shimmer 2011 when Christina Von Eerie got debuted out there. I went out there to support her on that, and I got to see Miss Knight and little young Paige at the time.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's awesome. She's just awesome.
And I know here's a promotion for something. Soraya Knight's actually doing a camp over for Shimmer with Soraya Knight and Colt Cabana, and it's called Rise. And I know any girls could still sign up for it, from what I know, right?
Is that in Chicago?
It's over there.
I can.
Yeah. So, but
I didn't hear anything of it.
Yeah, it's a like a camp, and it's like a seminar with Colt Cabana and Soraya Knight, and it's put on through Shimmer, and the girls that are going to it like definitely have a shot. Like that's also your shot to get on the try out for Shimmer.
Do they
as
still
well.
do the Sparkle? Or is
Yeah,
that what it's called?
I don't
Sparkle?
think they don't do Sparkle anymore. They do Shine still.
No, they still do Sparkle.
They do.
Those are like dark matches at Shimmer.
Yeah, so I think they're still doing it. So
Are they running their whole same like promotion still, or is it just matches?
I don't know. I think that's what they're doing.
I don't know, but they have Rise going on, and that's going to be really good for any of the girls that want to go out there and get some training. And they're training with Colt Cabana and Soraya Knight. Who wouldn't want that?
Now, Colt Cabana, his first match ever in Cali was where? Wrong, but on the behalf of AWS. It was at Revolution Pro Wrestling. Colt Cabana versus Super Dragon.
Nice.
No, answering your question for me, like I don't know, like after they closed, then I started doing UIPW. Then I got signed for Lucha Underground.
Where's your UIPW belt? Here we go. Why? How come you're not showing it off?
Right now because it's just too heavy. Like my bag is like 60 pounds, and I was doing tag team stuff in RSL. That's why it's not here.
I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to see it. I'm real curious.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll give you some.
Isn't it has the crown on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a blue or gray.
Purple?
It does. Oh, I've just heard that my comadre is in labor. She's about to have my goddaughter right now, and she's Snapchatting me.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's like, "Hi, I'm having a baby."
Wow.
Would it be like more like hi, I'm
Hi, I'm having a baby. Yeah. Oh my God.
I want the story of the teddy bear.
What? There's no real big story. This is like literally, she will fuck you up. Bart.
I know Butcher would love to know the story about the teddy bear.
There's not really a story. Like I got her right about the time I started in the wrestling business. So this thing is like 8 years old.
Your little mascot.
And it's my mascot. It just goes. It's literally this thing has gone with me everywhere for 8 years. Like it's traveled with me
What's
everywhere.
her name again? Ted, right?
Rogue.
Rogue.
It's a girl. It's a girl.
Oh.
Don't you see it? Dude? Look, it's all fuzzy.
Yeah. Like I have
Thank God
pictures of.
Godzilla's metal plastic, so you can't see how old is he and where he's been too.
So we got AWS this Friday night.
Yeah.
8 p.m. The address, Mr. Mark?
Put up the flyer. Bam.
You can read that, right? You
Put it
guys can read
closer.
that.
I'll put it closer.
I'll go. The address is
Right there on top.
up there. 9535 California Avenue in Southgate. So that's the American Legion Post number 335.
I just want to know why you had to ask a dumb question about booking Cobra Moon on AWS. How would I be able to do that when they have that name copyrighted?
You can still do it.
What the hell are you thinking?
You can still do it.
Yeah, if you go through the company and pay a shitload of
No,
money.
not really.
Messias is doing Mil Messias.
Oh yeah, and AEW, right?
Yeah, AEW.
Chicago, oh, yeah.
Looking at his name.
Cobra Rosa.
And
Cobra Rosa.
Not only that,
Cobra Luna.
Lucha Underground music on that promotion.
I think it's
What's
like
that?
trademark.
Underground's coming out with his Lucha Underground music in that promotion.
yeah, but did they go through the proper channels, unlike what happened
Oh, no,
at
sure
CW, and then they got
A
pulled?
dumb question. It was,
FC.
very-
It was just a
good
question.
It was a question of what do you think it would make a difference as far as bringing in more people?
I thought Cobra Moon was a manager over there now. No? No? Wrestler? Manager?
Okay, Brian.
I just had a request.
Okay, Brian. Okay.
I just had a
I haven't
request.
seen it.
Yeah, you guys do?
whatsoever.
Okay, no, this is retro.
No, I just got it. I just got
Okay,
that
Brian,
free stuff. Stop.
Wow.
We got a show August 26th. At what time again?
Did she pass that baby yet?
No, not yet.
Can I see Brian?
At 8. If the doors open at 7:30.
Yes.
The show starts at 8.
What about the live podcast at the show?
Wait.
Oh yeah, we have a live
Yeah.
podcast before the show, which
Wait.
is the
With
with
me and Ed are not invited.
Wait, is Butcher invited?
No.
Butcher will be part of the.
I know, me and Ed are not invited.
No.
But we'll be at the show though, don't worry.
And then we'll be at
Front
the
row tickets are sold out.
bar
You've been
after.
banned
From the bar, dude. They love
from
him.
the pre-show.
Oh, that's
Oh, you are banned from
Are
the
you gonna-
show?
and don't try to sneak in.
Me too.
Journal admission.
Well, here's the deal. For Friday night, seating is limited because it is a small venue. And first row and second row are sold out.
That's good.
Thank God I got my ticket.
You expect to sell out for the show?
You calling him a sellout?
I need 2 tickets.
What?
Does he expect to sell out?
I think it'll be packed.
Yeah.
Does it
I'll just
ever
leave it at
really
that.
sell out? Because
I know.
that place has gotten packed down before the point where people just stand.
We're not gonna get the PCW.
If I can pack them in like sardines, I will, and we have.
And you have
Are we gonna be like
Yeah.
PCW this weekend and just?
Oh,
We have
woo,
sold out
boy.
there many times before where there was nowhere left to sit and people had to stand.
But the point is, guys, is like, you guys were asking for the show. The show is here. Come and support. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It is at 8 o'clock. You guys probably, a lot of you won't be working. Some of you might be working, but most of you are off like around 6. Gives you enough time to get a quick taco, wipe your booty, with, like wipes. Come
Well-
and sit there. And if don't, we know. We understand.
I don't
Just come to the
understand.
show.
If you complain about it, come.
Yeah, they better
Shit.
go.
And the venue's only 2 miles away from the store, so if you've been to the store, it's not far away from here.
Not at all.
And if you still have to work and didn't take the day off of work, knowing that this has been promoted for how long now, that's your problem.
Like what, 3?
That's why I get off at 5 o'clock.
Or-
And I work down the street.
Or you could, if you really can't go, I guess you could wait a year to buy the DVD.
Damn! A year?
That's a real shit right there.
You gotta go.
All right.
You can buy the tickets at the store and at the door.
Yes.
But come and get them before.
And they're not $70. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
they're
You can still pay online up until midnight on
Got it.
Thursday night. And what are you trying to say? Somebody's expensive?
Yeah.
Not me.
I know.
Okay,
Cheap
but
ass bastard.
DVD is going to take a lot longer than that because my DVD editor guy just quit.
But
So I'm going to be looking for a new DVD edit guy.
But that wasn't wrong though.
You were wrong.
That's an
Wait, so you're gonna
experience.
replace it?
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna see Samantha doing camera again? The little skinny girl.
Yeah.
Samantha.
she'll
my
be
little
there.
skinny
She'll be
girl.
there.
She's
And
awesome.
don't forget, guys, if you bring your phones, don't be recording stuff.
I don't mind.
Please.
I don't mind little 30-second clips.
No, but not the whole match.
That's not going to bother me, and that actually does help the promotion with some hype. But yeah, if we see you recording the whole match, you're just going to be told to stop. So
Tag us and stuff too when you do that. Like
pictures and
you could tag AWS Promotions. You could tag me under Razor Pops. You could tag her under.
Thunder Rosa.
La mera mera.
Mm.
Yeah, of course.
You could tag their tag team under Twisted Sisters with a Z. You could tag my tag team under Fatal Attraction. Felt like Fatal Attraction.
I'm waiting. What makes this match interesting?
What do you mean? What makes us this match?
why don't you ask Ed?
Ed,
That's a better
Ed.
question for Ed.
what makes
Yeah.
this
Why
match
do you think this
interesting?
is?
What about Oscar? He doesn't have to say.
Oscar, because look, I was a Raze one.
What
What makes you a Raze fan?
Well, what makes you a Raze fan? It's just the only female shit I have. Instead of
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
You don't see me with an AJ. Oh yeah, I have you too. I forgot. I'm sorry.
I
See,
thought
the first one, okay? The first one.
First, last, always.
I thought it was a good idea and it looked good on paper to me. And then when I announced it, people really enjoyed it.
What made you? What makes it a good
Well,
match?
it was because they were like, let's say you could say the queens of
The area.
the area, yeah, and they were the only like real female tag team we had. Then they came along, and they're the new female tag team, so it just makes sense to book both of them. Yeah. So it's gonna be one of those matches you haven't seen yet.
Let's see if I can get smacked for this comment by either one of the three. But I would say her and Sage were the queens of SoCal,
Well,
That's kind of what he was saying.
and now seems like she's taking over SoCal.
La Reina de Soca from Norca.
So sell me on it. Sell me on this match.
Oh, that's his show. He's
Well, it's kind of like the
Tell me
girl.
about it.
It's kind of like the girls that were already established here, that are set here, taking on the new breed, the up
I
and
feel-
comers.
I
Does
feel
that
like-
piss you off when you hear somebody say what I just said? Like you guys were originally like the main ones.
No,
and now,
it's
all
just
of
like a
sudden-
straight out fact. I hardly wrestle here anymore. Like I fucking.
It is true though.
That's
No, but it does
You're
make
wicked
you-
and
it looks like you guys
Yeah.
switched places.
Like all the titles I've all held, they're all been NorCal titles. Like
That is. Yeah, she held all the titles that I haven't been able to hold. Ooh, and I live in NorCal, so it's just like
it's switched. Like I started working NorCal a lot. She started working SoCal. We both started traveling. Like I felt bad. Like for legitimately, I went half a year without wrestling in SoCal.
I remember we were talking about it.
And then I came back. I was like, ain't nobody gonna fucking remember me now. Like I've been gone for half a year. It doesn't matter now.
Did you feel that way? Like you needed to book her because she hadn't been here in a while? In wrestling in SoCal, did you feel like, you know what, she needs to be back in the SoCal scene? Or
no, that had nothing to do with it. I went back to my roster. I went back to my roster and looked at who was always there for AWS and who always helped AWS. And yeah.
I'm fucking ecstatic to be back, like being
too.
able to wrestle in like SoCal now and be able to, you know, I'm gonna be wrestling at the Santino's coming up, or even Go Go Lucha, and especially Bart. Not to say that NorCal hasn't treated me nice, but I'm fucking ecstatic about it.
Your home, so.
Yeah.
And it's for me, it's again, people get to see what we can do as with Twisted Sisters, and also because I feel like Sage and you, Raze, are pretty strong, as competitors, the same as, us. We're pretty strong and we're unafraid of doing certain things and facing men, which, like, we both have done that. And I think we've shown that, just because we're women, we're not just as strong or as smart or as just willing to do risky things in the ring, or to have a good match. And I think this is a great opportunity for, I was going to call her her real name, but I can't. Holidead and myself to establish ourselves. No, I'm not going to say it.
Nah.
To continue to establish ourselves as a tag team, and also to show why we have been given the opportunities that we have been given as tag team. Because as singles, we demonstrated that already. She's demonstrated that already by wrestling everywhere, the same as me going everywhere, Memphis, Tennessee, whatever, everywhere. And but this is the time for us to, like, do something different.
It's kind of funny, like, because me and Sage, like, we wrestled as a tag team, like you guys, we were wrestling as a tag team. We were going around a couple spots. We had a phenomenal match against PP Ray. Like, I'll say that it was phenomenal. That was, like, probably my favorite match as a tag team. So that's why I think it's phenomenal. But we stopped wrestling as a tag team for a while, and then we kind of picked it up a little bit here and there. So for us, it's like bringing it back and being able to get back into the swing of, we've wanted a tag team, but ain't nobody was out there was booking female tag teams. So I'll still, like,
and it's still really hard to be booked as tag team. Like, that's one of the things that we have issues with in the last couple of months since we announced as Twisted Sisters. And this is like a female tag team. This is not intergender, which is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
really.
not two people just put together. I mean, they're
like, yeah.
Well, here's the thing with both of their teams. They both also wrestle each other and have a lot, so they know each other very well. You've wrestled your tag team partner multiple times. She's wrestled Sage multiple times.
You're just asking for a good match right there. Like, they know.
It makes me laugh because we talk about, and Bart, and I realize Bart's the only promoter that has really pushed the women's in probably all of California. But what makes me laugh, it seems like Bart was ahead of everybody. WWE's barely catching up. It seems like some of the other promoters are going backwards.
Like
on
what?
Women's wrestling.
Like what? TNA or something?
No, I'm
What do you
saying
mean?
like all the other local promotions here.
Oh, local,
like,
okay.
They're going backwards on the women's wrestling. Like, they're not catching up.
Like with their booking style, or
Like,
Okay,
like you
I
said,
know
like
you're talking
booking
about
one
it.
match or maybe an intergender match.
Special attraction.
Or like,
Yeah, special attraction instead of.
and see, I'm not really a big fan of the intergender matches for no reason with no storyline.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that, and the only reason we do the 5 versus 5 is because it became a tradition, and it's like a.
Sorry, go on.
But you know what?
And the first one we did wasn't even on a women's show; it was on a student show.
But you know what I like about the 5-on-5, even though it's something sometimes you don't announce it or until
Keep
later.
secrets. Yeah.
But you know what I like? It somehow it ties in at the end of the night, or
Yeah.
ties in somehow like
Well, it's
5 women against the 5
Well,
guys.
yeah, it's storyline. It's it's the ladies' night, and then you got the guys that always are gonna think that they're the more dominant, and the girls want to prove themselves.
That one just makes sense.
And in AWS, I've let them prove themselves.
That's what,
On other promotions, you kind of like, oh, it's the ladies' match. Let's go take a piss.
You let them prove, you let the ladies prove themselves against guys in the 5-on-5, and you also support intergender wrestling.
seems like this, and it seems like everybody steps their game up.
For the 5-on-5.
Well,
For
just the
in
ladies'
general.
night and the women's
Oh,
night,
because
ladies' night in general.
I mean, I feel like for the ladies' night, like, that's the one where we're allowed to go all out. Like, We're allowed to get crazy. We're allowed to do things where, you know, when you're wrestling on a regular show and you get the one ladies match and they put you on like first or second or even third, then they're like, oh, you know, do this, you know, make sure you're okay. Don't do too much. Don't do too little. You know.
Or
Okay.
you get like 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, you get a lot of 5 to 7 minutes.
Very, very short matches, you know, and like I'm getting used to, like, especially lately, having 15, 20-minute matches, semi-main or main event, which is huge. I mean, a female match as main event, like Holidead and I, we were main event in Texas in our last day of our tour. That was an honor. Regardless if there was 5 people or there was 10 people, we were main event.
So there was only 5 people?
No, it was like 25, 30. But the point is that even though there was 30, 20, whatever many people were there, we didn't go, oh, just like, let's take it easy. No, I still feel some of the bruises from almost 3 weeks ago because we care and we want to put a good show and we want to show why we're the main event. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy that this is happening and this is happening. Like you were saying, everybody steps out in their game because people are watching, and I'm not talking about people just in there. People in the world are watching us. You know, on social media, YouTube, whatever you do, and then if they see that you can do something, they will book you some other places, and maybe she's gonna be on WWE, I'm gonna be somewhere else, you know, or maybe I become better and bigger in Lucha Underground. Who knows? Because of what they have seen.
I have a question. Justin is saying if you're gonna have the sandwiches ready on Friday for him and Tito.
Justin Borden.
You're going to have sandwiches ready for him.
So answer him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I myself don't feel like I have to answer to people like him.
Wow.
The ladies' night also takes place.
Hey, Rick Knox beat his ass.
Yeah, I was gonna
Sure. Shit, another AWS thing I've never seen anywhere else is 2 referees beat the shit out of each other.
And that was like one of the main attractions of the match. People went. What do you think about that?
I remember I was gone.
Oh, you didn't make that one.
I was
Did you go
yelling.
down?
there.
Yeah, it was
People
crazy.
went nuts for
But
that.
people were talking about that match like
Even
for
the
weeks.
the build up and after.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
build-up. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, everybody was talking about it. It was great.
I remember Ali Parker was messaging me. She's like, how come we didn't record that match? Well, Bart might kick my ass if I do that.
Yeah, that was a bit crazy. That was a lot of blood, and like it just got out of control. Oh, didn't he do a tope too? It was just like crazy. He did a tope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could let
It's
that guy
recorded.
know if he keeps running his mouth, I'm gonna spear him again like I did in that match.
Oh, fuck you, Justin.
Yeah, they were mad.
Besides,
But I want to go back to one thing
Go
she
ahead,
was
go
just
ahead.
talking about being a main event ladies match. Now, people were shocked that I did this, and this was, I mean, I've done it before, but in 2012, it wasn't even supposed to be the main event, and this was the anniversary show at Frankensons when we had the big Frankensons comeback. And I switched the card around, and I made the main event to be Christina Von Eerie, the champion at the time, the women's champion, against Mischief. And people were like, whoa, how's this going to go? Are they going to be able to handle this as a main event status? And the place loved it. Scott Hall was there watching. X-Pac was watching. Before they came to the back, Scott Hall came through the curtain and started clapping for them. That's how good it was. And
Give ladies a chance.
yeah, they proved that night that,
A lot of
that they
special
could go.
attraction.
Exactly.
And I heard that Mischief might be coming back. I guess she might be doing something on Ring of Women of
Women of
Honor.
Honor?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
sick.
Yeah, I heard there was a
You
picture
were
of
there.
her.
Did you see anything with Mischief?
No,
She was there,
Everybody came on Saturday. I left on
What happened?
Saturday.
Oh, you
CW
left
having
Saturday.
a women's division pretty soon.
From what I hear, I don't want to talk about anything, but because I just hear rumors
Out of
and
respect.
stuff. So
Leave it
I
as a
don't
rumor.
wanna-
Leave it
as a
as a rumor.
Okay.
I don't know nothing.
No, wait. Whoop.
But
And then throw around buttons.
yeah, Mischief is really, really good too, and that would be great if she did a comeback.
You just gotta give and it's like you're saying, you just gotta give the ladies a chance, like give them a chance to prove themselves. Like I know that, you know, here in SoCal, there's not a lot of places that support the intergender wrestling, not a whole lot of places that even just book, there's a lot of places that still don't book women's matches, you know, but give them a chance and, you know, maybe sometimes take the reins off, like with Bart, let him go, let him have at it.
Well, if you haven't learned yet, I mean, just from AWS's success with the ladies' night, and I think it's one of your top drawing shows, right?
Yeah, since the come back in 2012 because I had moved away for a while. Before that, it was like years of building that whole division. But when I started doing the ladies tournaments and ladies nights again, all of them have been sold out.
So, learn from him. You guys, all those that go to all the promoters that go to the shows
And other promoters, there's a promoter from up north. He even told me straight out when he started his women's tournament and division that he learned a lot from just watching what I was doing. He told me straight out, and that was awesome to hear.
I must tell you, I didn't go to many AWS shows. I think the first one I went to was the ladies. No, for the fans, the anniversary show.
I know you were there at the one where I wrestled Tito.
Yeah.
Because I landed right in front of you. I ran, I gave him the running double knees. I landed right in front of you, like, oh, hey, what's up?
Was that the anniversary show?
It was August. It was August.
It was in August. That was the first one, and I was amazed at how she was in the ring with freaking Tito and just.
You know what? Speaking of Tito, can I do something, Bart? You mind?
What do you want to do?
A little something with the. Let me see the women's night card here. So this is the women's night card. If we could ramble it off real quick, it's going to be whoever the AWS Women's Champion is after
Friday night.
Shayna versus Hudson versus Nicole Savoy. Mm-hmm. It's me versus cheerleader Melissa. It's Thunder Rosa versus Luvisto. We got Shotzi versus Laura James. Holidead versus Buggy. And it says, plus your traditional tag team main event, 5 women versus 5 men.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Also, we also got Sage, Datura, Katana, Ashley Gray, some more. And the 5 men, that's Hate, right?
It was announced that it's going to be Hate, yes. 5 members of Hate.
5 members of Hate, because there's 8 members of Hate.
Yeah, it'll be 5 members
like the NWO.
So, okay, well, what about the... Who is it? It's
Rico, Tito, Che.
Tito, Che.
Ray, and Peter.
So those are the 5.
Yes.
And they put out a challenge.
What's the challenge? What's the challenge?
They
said that they basically hate women's wrestling and they'll take on any 5 women.
So here's the thing. I owe Tito.
A sandwich?
You can go fuck yourself a butcher.
Damn!
I owe Tito.
Love it.
I owe Tito. And he puts out that challenge. They put out that challenge. How about this? I volunteer to be your women's captain of the 5-on-5.
Oh, shit.
I will captain the team of 5 women.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
We're willing to get involved in that match after fighting Melissa?
Yeah. I know. I understand Melissa's going to put me through the ringer. I get it. I get it.
That right there, cheerleader Melissa, Raze, and Luvisto.
I owe Tito. This is so much. I owe Tito. I will put my body through wrestling cheerleader Melissa and go on to the 5-on-5. Let me prove it. I was just talking about take the reins off of one and let him prove it. Let me prove it.
A blast.
Well, I was there. I saw that when Tito blasted you with the damn caution sign.
See?
That I haven't replaced yet at the American
We can start a GoFundMe for that.
This is all beef from this.
You may not see the money, but there's a GoFundMe for you.
But definitely somebody has beef with Tito.
I think that's a great idea.
Real beef.
There you go. Volunteer number 1.
Ding, ding,
You got it.
Women's captain. Coming for you, bitches.
She called them bitches.
Speaking of the GoFund, here, you can read off those wonderful names of the few and the proud that donated.
That's fucked up, dude.
Okay, Dallas Ortiz, muchas gracias. Douglas Freeman, Ben Raymond, Adali Sanchez, Jason Weiland, Lawrence Carlin, Jesse Hernandez.
And not Jesse Hernandez from EWF, another Jesse Hernandez.
Juan Mares, Jessica Girarte, Ron Dravos, Mark Kolsch. And Michael Mennick. Thank you very, very much. We really appreciate all your help and all your money.
Thanks to you, we have the ring rental money for both shows. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
When is the women's show? You just put out the date?
September 24th, 2016.
Right after my birthday.
And your match versus Lufisto, wasn't that on your wish list?
That was on my wish list. And actually, the week before I come and face Lufisto, I will be training the whole damn week in Chicago because this is one of the most exciting matches that I have had this year. And I want to make sure that when I'm there, that I show everything I have learned from Japan, Mexico, and the United States. And again, I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in AWS. I know. I already heard.
There you go.
I wrestled Lufisto.
I heard.
Okay, there you go. Opportunity. Other promotions might have just put Lufisto against Melissa. No. That's been done. That was a great match. But, no. 2 fly-ins, and I separated them different ways.
Yeah.
I think that's good because I would love to see her cheerleader. I want to see you
It's
in
different.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's everything.
She said she
I don't get you. I'm afraid too. Like, I'm nervous.
This card is good, but I'm really.
But you know what? Like I was saying on the other podcast that we had, the ladies that are coming in, they're brand new. They haven't had matches here in AWS. Because of AWS, people met me as Thunder Rosa, and they created a bus, and this bus had me now working in Lucha Underground. Because I busted my ass when I was in that ring because he gave me the chance to be there. And so many girls had hit him up, and so many people had hit him up to be here. And this is such a great opportunity for any of the new girls coming in to make
great,
to make a statement. And I'm not talking about how great you look, and I mean in terms of like your looks, but it's how you work in that ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Plain and simple.
for other people that
Pero te peinas.
They don't.
For other people that don't know,
Like
Shotzi
today.
Blackheart was featured on WWE
Tough Enough.
Yeah.
She was the one that ended up going home early due to a heart condition.
She made it very, very far on there.
So-
very, very far on there.
And for those perverts, she's a hottie.
And there you also got Samara coming. I think that's going to be, besides Samara's worked at Championship Wrestling,
Oh,
but
she's
I
been
think
there already?
I think this will be her first time wrestling out of promotion down here.
Ashley Grace is also featured on Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yes.
From
But she's
Hollywood.
never, and this is her AWS.
And
debut.
the reason she's getting a shot in AWS is because I've been on the road with Lufisto, and she's worked Lufisto many times.
Mhm.
And just for me watching that match, I realized that she deserves a shot.
And those people that have bitched and whined that Holidead doesn't get booked here in LA, I expect to see you guys here in SoCal to see
She's
her.
booked on both
Because
shows.
she's booked on both shows. The ladies'
again,
night, she goes again.
Bart was the
Bart-
only one who's like, okay, you want to get a booking here in LA? You get a booking here in LA.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about.
So you guys, you fans that wanted the shows back, I expect to see you guys there.
And Ed's happy about the return of Buggy
Buggy
Nova.
Nova.
Hell yeah.
And
She
so,
she started at the AWS school.
Mhm.
we got a lot of Sage just won a championship, correct? In
I
Arizona?
think she has
She
three
has
titles.
No,
Oh, no, she lost one.
She lost one.
But she just won one this Saturday, right, in Arizona?
Yeah,
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
So
So I
she
mean,
have 2 or 3 titles, right?
She
Yeah,
had
three.
3, now she has
She
2.
has
two.
I mean, I don't see Nicole Savoy. We haven't seen her since the last AWS show
Yeah, she's
here.
been everywhere.
Hasn't
too.
she?
No, we haven't seen her here, right?
Q-Pro?
Last time I saw her, that
Lucha
Stardom show.
Boom, she was on
Yes,
Lucha
No, I
Boom.
mean AWS.
Oh, it's
It's been about over a year, right?
since the last
No,
time.
Which
Yeah.
Stardom might happen pretty soon too. So
So,
Oh,
hey,
okay.
stay tuned.
Okay.
Laura
You
James
guys hear that?
hasn't
Stardom.
been seen in, right? She hasn't been seen here in LA or.
She's been
in a while. has
she's
she?
working at Lord
Laura
James.
James?
She's working at Brian Kendrick's
Brian
WPW.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
She's working at
San Diego.
FCW. She works obviously. She works at Lucha Vavoom. She's coming up. I know she's working somewhere else coming up, but she's around here. Yeah.
Lady Melissa, we haven't seen since Lucha Underground.
Yep.
Yep.
I haven't seen Datura booked.
And
but
Datura has been very quiet lately.
been quiet.
so-
Nobody likes to book.
Nobody
I'm
beats
okay with
her. Nice. She's always nice to me.
So, hey guys, this is your chance to see women you haven't seen here. This is your chance to see great women's wrestling matches that probably we'll never see again if nobody shows up and supports. Because I don't
Well,
see cheerleader Melissa against Raze.
Tickets are selling very well for this event also, and it's limited seating. So
Come
if
on
you
down,
want a
guys.
seat, buy your ticket, either PayPal or come down here to the store and get your ticket, because second row is close to sold out already on this one too.
For the women's night. Yeah, there's people that come from out of state.
Yeah.
Out of state, even from
Fly
like
in.
the East Coast that fly in
Yeah.
for the ladies' night.
Let me say,
There's more though.
There's more than that, and
Yeah,
there's some coming in from Canada,
Whoa.
and some others from Mexico, and a few other places that I've heard of.
And this Friday, you have
Arizona, driving in from Arizona.
Better get your ticket quick then.
This
Shit.
Friday, you have your chance to see some great action. I mean, Hudson Envy against Shayna Baszler.
And Hudson hasn't done anything
She
out
hasn't
there
done
for
anything.
like a year.
Shayna, we've never done
Japan,
anything in LA here.
No.
You have the Twisted Sisters once again. We haven't seen tag team here.
Yeah.
Against
And
Fatal
that's
Attraction, who we haven't seen tag team in a long
Santa
time.
Maria.
So you got, as Mariachi would say, he's facing everybody from 8.
Yeah, I think he posted the new flyer that was put out today about the gauntlet match.
So you have that.
He questioned me on what I was doing. Like, I guess he thinks they're all gonna gang up on him.
Hey,
or something.
speaking of, since Cholo's there, where's his tag team partner?
Ooh.
Like I said earlier, everybody was asked, and not everybody was available.
Oh.
Yeah, Scorpio.
That's why Peter Avalon's not on the show. He already had a booking.
Good for him.
Yeah, he already
He's
had
getting
a
out
booking.
there a lot. Like he's
Yeah,
got a lot of
that was
places.
good.
You know what?
He was
Peter?
ZZW.
Good for you.
I want to say something that Justin, your best friend, said. All kidding aside, women's wrestling exists in SoCal because of AWS, and Bart is to that. And I do have a lot of respect for Thunder Rosa and Raze.
Tell him to quit kissing ass.
See, this is what happens when I threaten to spear someone.
And if that wasn't enough to sell you on this show
Justin,
on Friday, you have Captain Comic-Con, so there you go.
Oh, well, Captain Comic-Con.
That's enough for you.
He's awesome.
Justin has also done a lot behind the scenes that people don't know with helping promote AWS.
Yes. And you get to see Justin referee. Come on, he's the best referee. Calls it right down the middle.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good friend of mine, so I support all his refereeing
You
decisions.
get him like some glucose to help his hand, so maybe he'll count the 3 this time instead of
He can count with both
Yeah.
hands. He can count with both hands.
He does.
Oh.
He does the swimming counts.
So make sure you guys check out the show Friday night, August 26th. It's at the American Legion Post, number 335, 9535 California Avenue in Southgate. If you don't want to wait at the door, you don't want to buy a
Get
ticket,
there early if you want to see.
get there early.
Bring your money. Bring your
Parking,
credit card.
Parking is a bitch sometimes. So
Sometimes.
take it-
Wait,
We got the
lot.
second parking lot. We got the second parking lot. It will be
Oh,
open.
second parking lot.
But if you don't want to go through the hassle of looking for parking, just in case, get there early.
Yeah.
If you don't want to wait in line to buy tickets or whatever, come to the store, 6085 State Street, Huntington Park, and buy the tickets. We will have tickets that you can pay via credit card up until Friday.
No, Thursday.
Well, Thursday online.
PayPal online
But you will still have a chance here Friday to purchase tickets,
while the
So-
store's open.
and you can pay by credit card. So come down. You know, this is a chance here. I don't want to hear no bullshit excuses of, oh, I didn't get to go because this and this and that. You guys bitched and whined at so.
And that's what was
AWS
disappointing
Show up.
last year. Besides all the death of friends last year, there was a few shows where matches were booked that fans said they wanted to see and then didn't come see them. And it's like, even one before, I think it was in 2014. Did Drake leave in 2014?
Yeah.
When we had his farewell match, it wasn't very supported.
Oh yeah,
And
I
that was
remember that.
that was
Phenomenal.
disappointing. 'Cause that was against Sanjay Dutt, right? His last
So
one.
good.
I was there.
And you know what? Let me say this.
That was disappointing
Let me say
because
this, too.
he should have went out with the place packed.
Yeah.
The next day he went up north and it was extremely packed. Here was a little disappointing for that match and his farewell after everything he's done in the scene out here for PWG and for AWS and other promotions.
Let me say this, and not to kiss ass, but I can say Bart does not book these shows to make money, and I know because he does everything possible.
Broke?
No, not that.
I got magnets made.
He does everything
I
possible
want some.
to fill the house.
I want some.
Because I remember last year he did the summer pass, which he probably was going to lose money on doing that damn summer pass, but he did the summer pass for what, all 3 shows that you had in the summer?
That was a 4-show summer
4-show
pass.
summer
Yeah.
pass.
That went over. That worked.
No, but I'm saying, I know you didn't do it to make money, because if you wanted to make money, he
And it
would
was
be charging
it was discounted. Yeah.
$30, $20 seats.
75.
170.
He's charging $20, guys, to go.
For general admission.
General admission and $10 for kids. You don't get to fucking see a packed card like this for $20. So make sure I honestly
more
think
buttons tonight, too.
he's just booking the show
Buttons?
for the fans.
They just say,
For the
just get
fans.
your ass over there Friday.
And for the ladies' night, go. There's something for everybody.
I think I have to go.
There's something for the wrestling fans, and there's something there for the pervs.
It's right after my birthday,
There's
so.
no excuse. Well, no, I'm saying if you're going for looks, there's looks. If you're going for wrestling, there's
It's
wrestling.
just right after my birthday, too.
You
so I
have
gotta
two
go.
of the best right here. Two of the best women right here.
And I'm actually shocked in the 10 or 11 months that I didn't promote. I thought for sure somebody out here would promote a ladies' night show, and nobody did. Nobody pushed that. I don't know if they didn't want to like step on my toes, but I wasn't doing anything.
They did in NorCal.
Yeah, in NorCal it happened numerous times in different promotions.
But
Many
not SoCal.
promotions did ladies' night events, and that's cool.
I feel like there's as many like I want to say there's 16 like 16 female wrestlers in NorCal, and there's like 15 in SoCal. But I want to say like active female wrestlers, there might be like right now more NorCal than SoCal. So I guess if they weren't willing to bring people downward or something, that they weren't going to do it. But that being said, there's training seminars that are going on all around that all you ladies, no matter what school, are invited to come to, especially up at Santino Brothers. We got one coming up September 3rd. So.
And then we'll have one coming up September 9th with Lady Apache for PWR, which is going to be
Nice.
really good.
She's
Yeah,
really
she's really good.
Really
Yes.
She's been in the business for like 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, don't forget, come. There's a lot of women's shows happening, and just stay tuned.
Yeah.
So I'll be at the bar. If you guys want to see me there, you buy me drinks.
The hell?
What the hell is this?
What the fuck?
Here we go, guys. Hey, guys. A little special plug. Sorry about the interruption, but the plug is for the great Sabu. Sabu, as you all know, maybe a few of you guys may know, that he is going through some bad hip problems, and he needs our help. Wrestlers, fans, anybody out there, there is a special GoFund for him, so we can all contribute so that way he can get this hip surgery. A lot of these wrestlers put their bodies on the line, and these girls know what I'm talking about. Fans know, they ain't dumb, but they all know what Sabu needs, and anybody. So if we can all get together and help him get this GoFund, will be awesome. Right now he's about $10,000, and we still need $40,000 more.
Whoa.
So if we can make this happen, if it can happen for Razor Ramon, we can also pull this for Sabu. So let's give a Sabu a fast and a hopeful miracle healing in his hip.
We're also going to have a donation box for Sabu at the AWS events, and hopefully, if you are a Sabu fan, you will donate. He's helped AWS a lot. We've had him quite a few times in 2014, all the way 2013, 14, and 15, and he's done a lot to help the company. He didn't have to come in and work for us. Luckily, he did, and. If you're a fan, I think you should. If everyone at least pitches in like $5, come on, is $5 going to kill you? If every Sabu fan pitches in $5, he'll get plenty enough money for his surgery. And this guy has done a lot for the business, so don't be a tight ass.
He's a very proud guy. He did not want to go fund.
He did not want the help, and this guy. If you don't know him, but if you've met him, even as a fan, he would give you his shirt off of his back if you needed it. So
let's make it happen, guys. GoFundMe, AWS on Friday. The box will be up there. We will be doing a live pre-show without Ed, of course, because, he's been banned.
Hey, and please, when you're there, watch the show. Don't be playing Pokemon Go.
Yes, don't play Pokemon Go.
by the way, Ed
at the bar.
By the way, Ed hasn't bought his ticket yet for this event.
I thought you gave me free front row.
There's no free ticket.
I don't even get free.
That's what promoters do.
I don't get free for shit.
I get thrown to like the little snack bar. That's where I get punished too.
That's our last part. He ain't gonna give me shit for free.
Any other plugs? Where are you wrestling?
When? This weekend?
No, anywhere.
I'm
What you got coming up?
Well, your show, and then I'm actually going to be in Mexicali. So I got to make an announcement that I'm going to Mexicali. I was not supposed to, but I'm going. So I'm going to be in Mexico on Sunday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Listen,
Bring me back a piggyback.
need a passport.
They have Rey Mysterio ones now with the little mask.
Mysterio one with the mask.
Oh, shit.
Maybe that's something.
I don't remember. Hold on. This upcoming weekend is, of course, Go Go Lucha. We talked about that. We got AWS. This Saturday, I'm back up in NorCal for Gold Rush is having an intergender tag tournament. So that's going to be really cool. And by the way, me and Tyler Bateman are the only SoCal team that are in the tag tournament. So it's pretty much NorCal versus us, I feel. So if anybody wants to drive to NorCal, hey, there's that going on this Saturday. But
where at Gold Rush?
Gold Rush, yeah.
What city?
That is in Pacifica, California. But besides that, I think like next month and October, I'm actually purposely keeping it a little light.
No, next month I'm like book up the wazoo. We're still working on some of the Stardom show. We'll have more information about it. I know
They're coming back.
We're working on it, so I'm really excited. We'll be announcing it probably by Friday, but it's gonna be really interesting. So a lot of people are expecting this show to happen, and they know it's happening in October. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout if it happens.
You were doing the opposite again. Like my August was like packed down like completely, and then your September.
Like September and October. I didn't want to take a lot of bookings, but it happened, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy about it.
All right. Well, thank you, Thunder Rosa, for joining us today.
Hey, whose phone was over? It's not over. She was talking smack about me. She was talking smack about me. You two balls head here were talking smack and calling me fuck the butcher. As far as I'm concerned, that's a dead teddy bear.
That was Melina, dude.
And then I heard the whole podcast between both of you. You guys are all like, oh, Tootie Good Shoes. Where is the like talking smack here?
What the hell's a Tootie Good Shoe?
You know what? We don't talk smack. We like bring it to the ring. That's where it really matters.
They're in competition.
That's where it really matters, bro.
Oh, good. It makes me sick to my stomach. I'm out of here.
Thank you, Bart. Thank you, Raze. Thank you, Mr. What's the
Rogue,
Miss
Rogue, like X-Men would.
Yeah,
come on.
Make sure you guys check it out. Like I said, Friday, 9535 California Avenue, Southgate. You don't want to wait in line. Come by the tickets here, 6085.
Don't forget, thank you for the people that was watching.
And thank you, everybody that was watching.
If any of you were...
Hold on. Go outside. Check out Rita.
I see those.
Rita Lifestyle.
I see them everywhere.
We will have the merchandise at the Women's Ladies' Night event for sale.
You see, I haven't bought my women's ticket because I need a Justin one. Like, if you have a Justin ticket, I'll buy it.
Come on.
Wow.
He's going to print one up for you on purpose. You better buy it that same day.
We did make a Justin one.
Why?
Are you not paying attention to the Facebook?
No.
And if you need to find our Facebook page, just simply type in AWS Promotions. It'll pop up.
Twitter handle, for those that have Twitter.
I can't give you my Twitter.
Mine is under all social media. You can find me as Razor Pops. That's RAZERPOPS.
At Thunder Rosa 22 Instagram and Twitter, and at Thunder Rosa 2 on Facebook.
Hey, how many likes do you have now?
Like 3,000. Thank you, Facebook.
What happened?
Backstory.
Weren't you up to like 8,000 or 9,000 or more?
I was 13,000 likes. Wow. And I know there was a hater right there that says that I don't draw, and they reported me as a fake account, and they closed my account.
They tried to close down just my regular Facebook account, and I was like, nah, dicks, what's up? Like, it wasn't a like page, just like the regular account.
Yeah.
Like, you're weird, Facebook.
I just started 2 days ago for mine, and I already got like 1,000.
1,000 dislikes.
You know what? There should be a dislike button.
All of us here on the Wrestling Guy podcast. We're out of here.
I don't care what you said. Pusher makes it more exciting.